adorable, though.
And he had a little kitchen set with a fish that velcroed together.
We're live.
A little fish.
Yeah.
It was a plastic fish, guys, not a person.
We actually have conversations before the stream starts, so
Can you believe that?
we don't just sit in silence.
All right. Well, on the note of fish, has nothing to do with our game tonight.
But it could.
Welcome, everybody, and also thank you, Raiders. Already we had some Raiders, and I didn't have my chat up, but somebody said I already have a DM's accomplice, so thank you for that, too. I guess we'll have to
This
see
shit
how
We're
this
in
goes.
danger.
But yeah, I'm in the DM seat tonight. It's been a while. The last time we did this was for the previous What Lurks in the Dark game, which if you didn't watch that one, you can still see it on YouTube. It is a spooky Lovecraftian game. This one is going to be of the similar theme, just holiday edition.
If you couldn't
Basically
tell by
winter
Maddie,
edition. Yeah, if you couldn't tell by Maddie.
I pointed the
I'm
wrong
gonna
way.
get you, Ellie. We're going to get to
So
announcements here, or not announcements, sorry, to introductions here in just a second, but I'm going to go through our announcements really fast, which is half me guessing what the announcement or their search for the Spellforge.
we might have we froze there for a second. So sorry. We're back online.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, yay.
if you didn't hear that, we have D&D tomorrow night. Search for the Spellforge. Same time, same place. Different people on the screen. Literally none of us are there. Friday, I don't know if they're playing one of their video games like usual or not, but if they are, it's Two Nerds Play. So you can follow the Discord to see if that's going to be happening. I think it is, but regardless, we obviously also go into next week. D&D as well. We'll be getting back to Edge of Knowledge. We'll be doing session 2 of this. We'll be doing all of our other things as usual. The last
I think we're
announcement
freezing again.
handled
Oh,
by-
it says we're offline.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I just got it popped up with like an error.
I've reconnected.
Oh, it looks like we're
we
back
should
now.
be back. I'm not
We're back?
sure. Yeah, I mean,
we'll give it a minute. We'll give it a minute. I think I see the chat saying we're
How long?
we have to make Ellie wait another
so sorry.
Yes.
We got disconnected again. We should be fully connected back online now.
Okay.
Everything is. I'm checking all of the connections right now. Everything is secure. We're connected back online. I'm not reading any negatives on my end right now. Is
That's
it?
so unusual. Yeah, because you just
Currently-
said that it's running like at less than 1% of your CPU.
Yeah, it's not raining
You got
right
that
now,
good
so
computer now.
Yeah, the storm passed through pretty quickly for us, so
yeah, we should be. I mean, we should be a-okay right now. So
we're getting a lot of your goods. So
Hell yeah.
Okay, it may take some time for the stream to like line back up.
Yeah.
But it should
May
be.
take it a second, so we'll just do what we need to for a moment. But it looks on mine.
Talk about
I've
the
got
Velcro fish.
I just opened it again on my phone to see what was happening, and it looks fine here. So I'm
it
gonna
looks
keep
good
an
on my
eye on it.
laptop.
I'll quickly re-announce those things just in case it was during our cutout. But yeah, next week Tuesday start once again the Edge of Knowledge campaign, which is very, very fun. You should come join us if you want. It's another level 10 campaign, just like this one. We're having a great time. Wednesday we'll be back with episode 2 of this. Thursday we'll have more Search for the Spellforge. You know, all of that fun stuff. Our other announcement is that there is the final push to get to our sub goal, which will be the Christmas caroling sub goal, which I had not actually heard about. But apparently, if we hit that sub goal, Rob will be singing Christmas carols.
No,
That would be
he'll
so
be reading the Christmas Carol from Charles Dickens. He'll be doing amazing voices the whole time. It's gonna be
Maybe a
blast.
stretch goal can be singing. If we
Yeah,
hit
I
that goal,
wanted
the
to
stretch
sing
goal.
it.
Can
I wanted-
Yes.
Yeah.
I demand
Okay.
Jingle Bells.
I'll make my sister come on so we can do White Winter Hymnal because it's weird and it's fun.
No.
But yeah,
Jen.
it's
We
full
wanna sing Last Christmas
voices.
together.
Huge
I've
feet
got to
on
sing
Rob's
Christmas
part.
shoes.
No.
Who's
no,
ready to
no,
party? It's
no
Dead
one needs
Mouse
to sing
Shoes
Christmas
time.
Ever.
And you'll see,
Merry Christmas.
we just got to hit the sub goal of 100, and Rob will be reading through A Christmas Carol, voices and all.
We have until the end of this month, which is just a few days. So, last push. We got to get there if you want Christmas Carol. The last pertinent to this stream, we will see how things go, considering we had a few technical difficulties. So if they re-arise, I've had this episode set in a way that it can be a little bit shorter for everybody because it's the middle of the holidays. But if you are watching tonight, and if you stick with us through to the end, or rather if you are still on our watch list at the very end, to make it super easy, I'm doing a giveaway tonight. We are all doing a giveaway technically because it's our group giveaway. I have a set of green fluorite dice for you from Misty Mountain.
Ah.
And I have made a matching mimic to go with
It's so cute and it's
Oh,
spooky and it's weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
look at the mouth.
Yeah,
So
it's got-
Ew.
Yeah, it's
I
a
love
nice,
it.
crafty and themed little mimic
Gross.
here of greens and purples and creepy things. So really, all you got to do is if you are still viewing at the end, because I can't access the normal way that we do our giveaways for the channel, we're not going to do tickets. Instead, I'm just going to be picking a random person off of our U list, and you're the one who wins.
Did you see Irish's comment?
Oh,
He would straight shank everyone for a 1% better chance at winning that dice box.
People are
Irish
in
is
Follow
like
your
running
heart.
through.
the box.
Yeah, so you will get the box. You will get the dice with it. All of the Misty Mountain dice have lifetime warranties on them, so you don't have to worry about your stone dice. So all you got to do is just hold on to the end. Like I said, we might wrap a little bit earlier tonight, just so that we can both do the giveaway and give everybody some time to do holiday things and/or just relax for the night. So, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and do introductions? And I'm going to start with Mr. Dan because everybody's very excited that you're a player.
Yes!
So
Boy.
excited.
Oh,
It's gonna be
boy.
good.
Hi, it's me, Dan. Hello. I am D&D fanatic. I don't know what the correct word. That was not the right word. Fan.
Yeah.
Been a DM for many years. And been running the Edge of Knowledge, our campaign set in the mythical land of Theros. Check it out on Tuesdays. We got some of the players here in that, so tune in Tuesdays for that, weather permitting, as I was looking ahead at the weather, and it don't look good, but Tuesdays.
You have to watch for rain.
Yes.
Oh.
Gotta watch
Fun
the rain.
stuff.
Yeah, and for those of us, or for those of you who are not in California, like Dan and I are, the slightest bit of rain means that everything gets ruined here because we aren't used to any weather except for earthquakes and fires. So rain is rough.
It's mildly politically incorrect, but I like to call New Mexico's weather bipolar because it'll rain 5 minutes and then suddenly be sunny, and then it'll hail for 2 minutes and then be fine. And like there was a place in Ruidoso where literally the cold front split half, which means it was like 40 degrees one direction, and then literally 2 miles to the other direction, it was like 10 degrees. Yeah. So, I get it.
That's Chicago in the beginning of spring is like you have to plan for either like 10 degrees or like 70, and you never know when, and it's humid and it's gross.
Well, speaking of
Mhm.
Chicago, Ellie.
Figure it out.
Oh no, I did that to myself. No. Hi, I'm Ellie, Ellie D&D. My hair is slicked back. I've got a smoking jacket on, so you know it's Maura. I'm
Life's
gonna
good.
talk like this tonight, and she's not opposed to murder. And I'm so fucking excited because I need to figure out who Dan's gonna be, who this man is claiming to be for the night. He won't tell me shit, but I'm on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yay!
Dan, I can't tell you, like, I've had dreams, like, trying to figure out who the fuck you're playing.
I
really don't think you're gonna get it.
I should also mention my character's name is Croustillant. Funny spelling.
I'm gonna have to say that in a Brooklyn accent.
Croustillant.
Yeah, we're all gonna
Croustillant.
be saying it in our like funky accents on top of it.
Y'all ever said croissant weird? Just go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, Irish, you
Just say it a little
so
weirder.
happy. Chicago is too big attractions between Ellie D&D, and I'm like, I could cry right now.
I love all the comments who are saying croissant. Just after.
I'm gonna drop my Croustillant.
Croustillant.
Gonna drop my croissant.
Misfit, go ahead.
Now that we're here.
Back. We have Misfit back
Yay,
from miles beyond the website.
Misfit.
It's a misfit. Hello, how are we doing?
Hello.
Hello.
So good
Hello.
now that you're here.
I'm
It's
excited.
good to be good, and I've spent like the whole last week sick, so I'm actually like this is the first day that I feel 100% better, and it's amazing, and I'm super excited. You know, no one likes being sick, but you can follow me on the socials, even though I've been kind of like womp womp, not doing much on it, because it's important to take self-care breaks.
So
And I took a major couple month-long self-care break, and I don't even give a crap about it. It's important. Do the thing. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water while you're at it.
Oh, speaking of self-care and two people who don't know how to do that, my twin, Miss Crash Candy.
This is a call out.
Call
The two of us awake at 2 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock your time, the day before we left to Florida.
Yeah, Polymat treat you guys.
It was fun. It was pretty fun.
It was a good time. Tyler, that reminds me of the meme of the like Call of Duty thing where it's like martyrdom, drop a live grenade when killed. Like you just not only outed yourself, but myself included.
Listen, if it's something I do, the audience
Hold
can
the
guarantee it's
pin.
probably something you do. Because of how we are.
Also, Jane, I found out I was not at the terminal I thought I was. I was one terminal away from you. I was in A. We almost met in person for the first time, just happened to be at the same airport, one terminal apart.
When I felt awful. You would have been my little guardian angel.
I'm still mad.
It'll happen when we least expect it.
I'll go ahead. Not to call out Crash again, but this is Crash Candy.
Dan!
She has a Patreon. Well, I told you to introduce yourself, and then you said I called you out.
Oh, that's what you were. Okay, I thought you were just doing that for
She's
fun.
just doing it out of the blue.
I thought you were just doing that because you could. Well, then that should be all you need, right? Well,
Crash has a Patreon. Subscribe to the Patreon.
I do have
learn
a Patreon.
Learn how to make these on
I've
the
got a
Patreon.
Patreon, and it's pretty cool.
I have
A
my sword over
Patreon.
there that Jane made me. It's beautiful.
Aw, thank
Yeah.
you, my
think
little
I'm gonna use
baby.
She's our
Priscilla.
weapons dealer.
Yeah, she's our hard weapon
I'll be
dealer.
your blacksmith. I love this. Well,
Then
I'm Crash Candy, and I'm a blacksmith now.
Yay!
And I'm gonna play a spooky sorcerer, Starlet.
It can be your angle or your
Great.
blacksmith.
Your angle or your blacksmith.
Irish in the chat with the Patreon link and everything.
Oh,
Let's
thank
go.
you Expecto Patreon. Love that.
Oh, last Maddie, let us know about yourself.
Hi. I have great news, actually, you guys. It has been
Oh?
a months-long journey. You have seen me at my highs and my lows, but I am pleased to
You
announce
did not. You did
I'm
not.
gonna see Taylor back to back the last 2 nights of tour.
Hey!
Let's go, fam! I'm so excited.
Hell yeah.
So
Let's go.
Elephant, I was tired when I replied to your tweet about that because all I went was, "Hey."
I just have this reply of Ty going, "Yay!"
Yeah.
But it meant a lot that you replied. But I am actually in the new year hoping to make a couple Taylor Swift costume recreation cosplays. So look out for
Ooh.
that because I'm gonna wear those to tour. But yeah, I'm also gonna be playing Delphi again, and I'm really excited.
Yes. The girl.
She's a little trickery cleric, and she worships a sleeping god who tells her to go do karma, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Still don't know.
Yeah.
Credit card.
I know we
Dump
haven't
coffee
gotten
on a
to-
child.
Yes.
Everybody's characters. Some of them are recurring, some of them are brand new. But I rest assured that you're going to meet those new characters very soon. As they always like to say when we're on this channel, we like to experience good stories through D&D. So is everybody ready for some D&D?
I've been ready for years.
Yes.
Years.
Yeah.
Years.
Well then, how about we get this started off with a little introduction to
Let's
the
go!
which we'll be
Yes.
going. We have a tiny, smelly Kiki behind me, so you know we're starting off great.
Queen.
Perfect.
And, before we start D&D, I have to give everybody this update. She excite farts. You put her out, she gets excited about things, which means she runs around and farts, and it's the worst
Same.
thing ever. Like, I don't know how something
Sure
tiny
does.
makes such a horrid smell. Anyway, time for D&D.
Don't
Time
we
for
all?
D&D.
That life update about the. If
Now
you
that
guys
we've been
hold on
over
to the end, and we're doing the giveaway, I will bring Vexy, the kind girl, out to bless the dice for our winner. So
Ooh.
there will also be another giveaway going on my Instagram if you don't win this one, but we'll get to that later on. Right now, worry about this giveaway for our channel. Just stay tuned. So, setting. Come on, come all. Festivities are just about to start. Just in time for some holiday cheer. Maybe a little bit of holiday fear. Welcome to the winter village of Brittle Chill. Do not let the name scare you, though. It is truly a magical place. It's gorgeous, a winter wonderland situated between two snowy peaks of the. I'm doing it again. Remember, I did that last time. Because I would mess up my words. Go in the.
Very cute.
Do not let the name scare you, though. It's truly a magical place. It's a gorgeous winter wonderland situated between two snowy peaks of Mount Moonmere. A place full of cheer and festivities. The only downside is really the cold. Or well, that's all that they say, really. The story begins one late, chilly night. The lodge is dark. Snow covers the ground. Lake covered in a thin layer of ice, the moon high in the sky. Not a creature was stirring except Shepherd, his small herd of moose. Come on, you shouldn't be out this late, the man says gruffly, firmly patting one of the moose on the back. I don't know why you dumb animals even managed to get out in the first place, he mutters, attempting once again to make the large beast move. Instead, they just cower in fear. They're sensing his frustration, or perhaps something else. Herd refuses to move, huddled in fear near the edge of the forest. The old man huffs, stepping away from the herd. Seeing the scared animals clearly weren't going to budge, he decided to take maybe a little break. No, it's late after all. Moves over to one of the benches surrounding the lake and pulls out a tiny flask. Running a hand through his peppered hair, he sighs, taking a deep swig from the tiny bottle. A branch cracks in the distance. Moves huddled together closer. Man scoffs. Another swig. Look, I could be at the beach right now. Instead, I'm stuck here in this frozen hell with you, he says, gesturing to the moose.
Be nice to the meese.
The mooses.
Rude.
Why
Love
is that making me
them.
think of when we were joking about Tucker riding into Canada on a mouse? Anyway. Leaves rustle nearby. Wait, where was I? Yeah. He gestures to the moose. Leaves rustle nearby. Surely it's just the wind, right? No crunches not far away. Man pauses, looking into the dark trees. Leave you out of the stables tonight, you know you're going to be easy prey, right? He mumbles. Or to himself, or for the moose? Not really sure. Takes another swig to calm his nerves, standing to his feet. Snow crunches again. His feet don't move. Silence. Can't leave. Can't leave. You can't leave. You can't leave. You can't leave. Stay. With us. Jolts, but his legs won't move. Screams, but no sound comes out. Struggle. Snow piling as a body drags. Crack of ice. Silence once more. Blood. Blood blooming from under the ice. All is still for a moment before the herd bolts. Man is gone. The ice sealed shut once more. Snowy footprints and his forgotten flask, the only sign he was ever there. Night is silent. Fresh snow begins to fall. The creature is stirring, save for a single light in the lodge. 2 weeks later.
Ah!
Okay.
Goosebumps.
Right.
Goosebumps. Ooh.
So, who wants to
hate-
go to a tropical island?
Underwater
Anyone
beaches.
feeling that?
These are
I think
scary.
the beach sounds really
I got like a lot of snow outside already, like in real life.
Yeah, it's been
We had a
snowy and
blizzard
rainy
the
all
other
day.
day.
It's not going
It's snowy
well
and rainy all
yet.
day. Oh. Yes.
Why you give these monsters
Later.
voices?
Why they all gotta talk
Yeah.
I
back?
didn't join the last game. The last monster could mimic people's voices, but really gnarly. But anyway, we cut to
What they
our
said when
three-
they die.
We cut to our 3 returning ladies. 2 weeks later. Snow has been steadily falling for the last couple of hours and doesn't appear like it really wants to let up. That being said, though, the trees are at least providing enough coverage that your cart able to move just fine. You find yourselves not on foot this time like last time, but instead in a lovely little cart pulled by some horses. Say Clydesdales for the heck of it because of their little fluffy feet.
Yes.
I
Aww.
love that.
Best horses.
You are on your way to the well-renowned lodge of Brittle Winter. Or
What are the
did I-
horses' names?
Did I even? Kevin, Harry, and Sue.
You're ready.
Little chill. I really wasn't. I prepared even less than last time. But how about we go ahead and introduce back our lovely ladies? We have 3 returning people from our last campaign, with the 2 gentlemen. Let's say they're off, speaking into a morgue, as we always jokingly said that that Huxley.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you get it. So, but how about we start with our auntie, Miss Esther.
Can
Aw.
we turn down the background music by the way?
Was it really loud? Well,
The
people
chat was saying that the background music's loud.
Cool horse names.
probably because I got quiet to do my creeps. But
Fair enough.
yeah, tell me about Esther. What is she doing now? Where has she been?
So, Esther Alighieri Walker appears to be in her mid to late 60s, 70s, but is a half elf, so still seems to be showing a bit of age by now, but decked in all sorts of winter finery, a deep green coat with an embroidered peacock along the back, with a little taxidermied fox kind of crossed over her neck.
Aww.
Uh-huh. And the little bits of gray that are starting to peek out from under her victory rolls are a bit more pronounced than they were a bit ago, but due to recent stresses, probably manageable. She has been supporting her husband in his new efforts of publishing books on paranormal investigations and legends, and how to deal with those encounters, and has lately been giving different lectures on the topic at local schools. So she has been kind of holding down the fort with the 2 kids while her love is out working and doing his weird little tinfoil hat business. And she has returned to the Zeroni residency multiple times to visit her dear friends and keep up with her little nieces, of course. And supports Delphi in her new exploits as Queen Pen.
Well, speaking of our queen pin, Delphi.
So, since
I
our
still feel
last
bad that I threw that
adventure,
It's
You
so
want to run them
good.
off?
It's so good.
I
in
remember
case-
watching
yeah.
Maddie's eyes just go like.
So for anyone who hasn't seen the last adventure, it ended, spoiler alert, I guess, but you're here watching this now. So,
Yeah.
Been months, it's
Delphi
fine.
not only was able to get with a publisher to start writing her own religious text / cult book,
The Bible.
if you will, for the god that she follows as a cleric,
King James
Ozolith,
version.
who is asleep, and if anything tips one way or the other in terms of keeping the balance. He will wake up and we will all cease to exist. So Delphi goes out into the world and dictates her own karma based on what she thinks people deserve to make sure that that balance is kept. And along with publishing that cult book, she also was taken under her cousin Maura's mother's wing and is, I would say, like an apprenticeship queen pin to this mafia at the moment. So there are days where she's in charge and she's learning underneath her auntie. You know,
Princess
she's a princess pin at
Princess
the
pin.
moment.
A princess, if you will.
I'm just a little princess. But you know, just more dictating of karma, just, you know, in an illegal crime family way. That's cute and adorable.
Yes,
still.
do.
But she is writing with her Auntie Esther and her cousin Maura, and she's wearing a little navy blue coat dress that has a fur trim along the edges and has little octopus heads embroidered throughout in little areas in honor of Ozzy, her god. And she has a little belt with a giant book strapped to it that says, like, Ozolith, the great and powerful. And then in smaller text, it says, like, keeping balance within the world so we do not all cease to exist forever and fall into a huge demise for all of eternity. And that's her cult
That's
book that she
nice.
keeps with her now.
Ringer.
And she has little
So-
earmuffs too.
And
And she's a purple tiefling, by the way. I didn't mention that.
Oh,
part.
yeah.
She's a purple tiefling.
our second tiefling for the night, Ellie. Maura.
So-
Actually, really quick, if you're watching our Tuesday night campaigns, this is where Maura started, Maura the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
my little Easter egg, and I'm so excited for Dan to meet her because he kept having to say her name, and said Mara. You fixed it though.
Needless.
It's weird written.
Terrible
Well, she was Moira.
pronunciation.
The first time we played this game, it was Moira.
Moira.
Because
I kept saying it wrong.
you had a friend named Moira. But Maura is a 6 foot tall scarlet red tiefling. Got her hair slicked back. She's got She's got like a nice like burgundy kind of smoking jacket on, some nice pants. Still her iconic little breastplate that is shaped like a suit vest. And always got her handy dandy flail with a crowbar handle on her hip. She's been like living her best life, like visiting her girl Scarlet at the tavern. Just kind of like 50-50 where she lives sort of thing. And she actually has a new scar all the way across her face. But who knows? But you know, she's been up to the same shit. Like she killing people and stuff, you know. This is what she does.
Helping me.
Exactly, Maddie or Delphi. It's been a minute.
Maddie's killing people.
Maddie's like,
Like you do.
are we gonna act like if Maddie's like, Ellie, could you like? I'm not gonna immediately be like, yeah, like I'm a paramedic. If I know how to bring them back, I know how to send them there. I know the half-life on every medication. They'll never catch me.
Oh
It
my
just makes
For
god.
legal reasons, all of this is a joke.
Oh yeah, it's
In
For
Minecraft,
legal
we're
reasons, it's a
talking about
satire and won't
It's-
actually work.
We're doing this all in Minecraft. We're talking about it in Minecraft.
Irish just called me the fuck out. If you know, you know. But yeah, no, she's probably like just chilling in the back, got her like feet kicked up, excited to take a break. But she's just been like watching Delphi thrive and like learning under her mom, and is just the proudest fucking cousin.
Oh.
Your horses are making their way up the hill. It's a pretty steep hill, but it's the one that leads straight up into the peaks in which Little Chill sits. You are making your way up there when you basically can kind of hear the guy in front who's controlling the horses just kind of telling you like, almost there, ladies, we're almost there, you know, like being very cheerful, all that kind of stuff. Or you know that you have in your pocket a letter from Scarlet to read later on. She told you not to read it until you were in private because she knows how you act.
She's breaking up with me.
Oh no!
When she breaks up with you, I gotta.
She knew I was gonna bust some walls.
You know,
wallop.
Oh, I'm 6 feet tall. I don't know if I said that.
It's not a bad letter. You just know that she's aware of how both of you react when it comes to the two of you being sweet with each other. So she figured you'd prefer to
The end
do
of
that
last
by
campaign.
yourself. Yeah, the two of them just.
You wanna see some boobies? That's how I went.
Can I hold you? Okay, cool.
Just give you a little kiss on the head.
As the horses begin to slow a tad bit as they make it into the village, and Elfie, I feel you'd be the one looking out the window, but regardless, anybody who would like to, as you're looking out the window, you can see now that you've breached the tree line, the snow's coming down a fair bit hotter, but that doesn't seem to really deter anybody in the village from going about their daily business. There's a lovely little square with a giant tree put up. There's moose that are just, you can see that they're pulling people along, that they have like a sleigh behind them. There's moose rides going on. There's like a little outdoor market that seems to have heaters to keep everybody warm. There's several different toy stores, you know, all kinds of just like very classic winter wonderland looking place. You know, like it clearly, like Disneyland, works it. So, like it clearly
you brought up moose-drawn
this.
sleds. Like we're not going to derail and make a whole episode about
yeah.
that. Do you remember the funnel cakes?
As soon as we start to pull into town and Delphi sees the stuff because she's been glued to the window, she like leans back and goes like this to everyone while she's peeking out, and she just goes, "Guys, I want to ride a moose. I just want to ride a moose."
Oh, you know I'll make it happen.
I sit back down in my seat.
And I'm sure it's a feature.
Well, if they're pulling all the sleighs and everything, if the horses are pulling our carriage and you can ride a horse, why can't the mooses that are pulling the sleighs, why can't we ride a moose?
Well, I think it's more of a matter of if they're occupied in their job, sweetheart.
I suppose.
No, someone's got to pull up all of the ice, and it's definitely not going to be the horses.
But I mean, this place seems to be all about aesthetics, so I would assume that they'd have like moose rides.
If I dress in my best little fur-lined coat and I wear all my really nice stuff and I fit in with the town, maybe they'll ask me to ride a moose to like
Remember,
fit in
doll,
with the picturesque view.
if you look too much like a tourist, then they're not going to do anything for you. You know how that works.
Yes, yes. You helped me so much in figuring out what to pack for this, because I was gonna dress way too crazy, but blending in is important, so.
And you look like a dime, nothing short.
Maura looks down at her like burgundy jacket and is like, "Is this? Nah, it's fine."
Having this conversation, you feel the sleigh come to a gentle stop. You hear the gentleman who's been controlling the horses pulling your cart along just says, "Ladies, we're here," and he gets out and opens the door for you before quickly running around to get the bags for you. As you step out of the lodge, or out of the cart, you are instantly greeted with the cold. It is quite chilly here. Again, that's apparently the only thing you really need to worry about in Brittle Chill is the cold. Everything else is supposed to be lovely. Standing in front of you is a massive lodge. It is clearly built to house many a people in one go. It is actually what you were here for, as you all decided you might have a nice little like auntie and niece retreat for the winter, and you figured this particular lodge. Don't remember in my notes where I wrote the name of it, so we'll pause there on the name of it. You love that. But yeah. But regardless, the lodge is standing in front of you. It has two massive doors that are open in the front, two kind of like cathedral-style doors that are pulled open in the front. You can see multiple lights inside. There's garland hanging. There's giant ribbons in places. Off to the right and kind of around the back, you can see that it goes down into a nice garden that is clearly frozen over at this particular point, that then leads a little further on to the lake. Off to the left, you can also see that there are stables that clearly have moose going in and out, as well as some other types of animals. You could assume those might be other guests' animals that they came with. Perhaps, like people who have the lodge, they own some other things. You're not really sure, but regardless, there's a bustling stable off to your left. The man who has been driving you along is quickly gathering all of your bags, basically doing like the "I got it" kind of thing. He's like hobbling them in to the lodge. He's going to sit them down for all of you. There's a very big rug out so that you can wipe your feet if you would like to. You are welcome to go inside whenever you would like. As he comes back out, going to bow to all of you and just be like, "You have a really great vacation." It's just always so busy up here at this time of year, but everybody has such great time, so...
Well, I've got a question for my niece. She was wondering, is there any possibility of you getting her on a moose ride?
Oh, yeah, the moose, yeah, the lodge does them, so they have, like, sleighs that'll take you right in, because you can see the lodge is a little way away from the village, so, like, you can take a moose. You can get a sleigh ride down with the moose to the village.
Oh, that'll be
Sometimes
perfect.
it's really the only way to get down there, because it's a steep hill, and, like, there's a lot of snow, so...
Quick question, sir. Can we ride on the moose with no sleigh necessary?
That I'm not sure about. I don't really own those animals. You'll have to ask them, and it's a...
I'll, like, slip him just, like,
as
a gold just for being slightly helpful.
Looks very confused.
Maura
like,
gives out
you're
money.
okay. Like, you're okay. Immediately
She's not
put
just
him
liquid.
on edge, and then you hand this gold to him, and he's just like... quickly, like, climbs on top of into the cart again to, like...
As he's like halfway up, climbing onto the cart, I'm gonna reach up and put a hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "Thank you very much for driving us up here and helping us with all of our luggage. May Ozolith continue his long sleep, and may he bless you with all of the kindnesses in the world." And from my bag, I pull out a small pocket version of my cult book, and I tuck it in his pocket.
It's a tract!
He feels you tuck this into his pocket, and he just goes, in his head, probably the other two, maybe not Delphi, but the other two can, like, see the gears turning of, like, okay.
For
This
your
is what I
kindness.
expected this thank you. With my kids. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Start them young. And then I turn around and walk off.
Time to go, Harry Sue, come on.
That's I lean over to Delphi and be like, "No, I didn't have to give him that, but now he's gonna feel like he owes us something.
Yeah.
So if we need, we need a little help, we need a little favor."
He's on our side.
You're learning.
I am.
This is not Mimi.
I'm trying so hard to keep a straight face.
And he said he's gonna read the book to his kids. We're expanding.
When it comes to religion, it's important to get them young because, like, then they buy into any bullshit you're gonna tell them.
Well, this one isn't bullshit though.
Oh, I know that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So they're gonna be aware of it, and even as they're growing up, they'll be able to constitute karma wherever it needs to be.
Exactly. That's a little less work for me, man. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, you've earned this rest. We're gonna relax so much. We're gonna get our horns waxed. We're gonna do the sauna, all of that.
I just picture we're doing like the seaweed wrap like massages, and they're like running out of seaweed. Like,
they're like buffing our horns, and they're all like shiny and waxed.
Yes.
Is this the Wizard of Oz like that?
Nice.
Oh gosh. From this part out, even this far out onto the curb, you can still feel the warmth radiating from inside of the lodge, even with the open doors. Yes. Bags are just sitting there waiting for you patiently, and as you get inside, you are greeted with a young elf. Looks to be probably no more than a teenager, maybe be 17 or 18 at most. He looks this close. panic attack, but he's holding it together.
Oh, buddy, customer service.
He's holding it together.
Hey,
He's
buddy.
got long silver hair that's been tied back, and he's wearing like the Ron Weasley shirt that has like a big A in the front of it. Clearly
Yes.
made by a family member. And like,
I
as you
love him
come-
already.
As you come in, you just like you can watch him just kind of go like, "Welcome. You have a reservation."
We do. It should be under Alighieri Walker.
There. Give me just a second. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day.
Take your time,
And he's
love.
gonna like
Take
he's
your
gonna
time,
like
kid.
fully disappear under the counter for a good few minutes before coming back up with a set of keys.
Homeboy just sat down and breathed.
See from the reservation that you guys got a full suite, which means you have like your own little, not like a wing, but like you got a lot of space. So like, here's all your keys.
Thank you so much.
If you
You
lose
doing
them,
alright, kid?
I unfortunately do not have one of those systems other hotels have that you can like redo it. Like you got to keep your keys.
Noted.
We're gonna keep
Absolutely.
them perfectly safe, and I'm gonna give one to Maura.
I'm gonna kind of look at the kid and be like, "When's the last time you got a break?"
30 minutes, just 30 more minutes, and I get my break. Just 30 more minutes.
You want to take it a little
Oof.
early?
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, like we could extend it
No,
if you
it
want. I
is.
can
No, it's
sit
okay.
out front and
Okay.
like make sure no one comes and bothers
It's okay.
you.
I just put back on the
He
cherry
has
voice.
been
It's
a
okay. I
bowl,
just put
so-
back on the cherry voice. It's okay.
Like, hey, listen. If you
Oh,
you need
God.
some downtime, you let me know. Trust me. I think no one's gonna come bother you.
He takes that for a second. It's kind of like I don't know how to take that kind of deal of like, what's this tall woman gonna do? Like,
I open my smoking jacket and show my flail. And be like, again, take your break when you want to take a break, but you look tired, so that's I just figured I'd offer. But
I
I
pat
appreciate
Maura.
the keys.
I pat Maura's shoulder and I lean across the like front desk area and I just say, "She's very creative."
Breakfast is at the boarding.
Oh,
We have
baby.
dinner at 5:30.
Hey, I appreciate it, kid, and like you're doing a great job. Just don't work yourself to death.
Your room number is room 30.
oh, miss! He's gonna very, very abruptly, like feeling uncomfortable, just kind of like to the side with you.
This is why Maura
Maura,
didn't
doll,
do
you
customer
shouldn't
service.
just show that thing every chance you get. It can be a little bit unnerving.
I mean, what they gonna do?
Well, nothing except probably cry. Look at that poor thing.
Hey, I thought like that he would understand that I'm like, hey, if I'd like stand out there, people aren't gonna come bother you because they're not gonna want to walk past me.
Oh, look at
So-
how young he is. He was probably just given this position a few days ago.
Oh no, and
As you
that's why
say,
I
look
thought
at
he
how-
deserved a long break. They should
Say,
really
"Look at how
unionize.
young-" As you say, look at how young he is. You hear him talking to the other woman, and his voice cracks.
It's a baby. But yeah, no, like I hope he gets decent breaks though, because like that's if not, they really
course.
need to unionize.
Babe, I am asking you just this one time. Let's try to get out of that work brain mentality. This is a vacation.
Well, afterwards, I might have my guy talk about. I'm relaxing. I'm relaxed.
Afterwards.
I'm so relaxed right now.
If I even hear one more word about you taking over somebody else's job while we're here without you having a proper pedicure, there's gonna be words.
That's true, it's true. Your
like-
toes need some help sometimes, and that's what a pedicure's
They
for.
do.
Are we
You're
just
on your
establishing that
you're
Maura
on
has
your
nasty
feet.
feet?
You're on your feet all day long. You're running through alleyways, chasing down bad guys.
They're called
Let your
working
feet
women's
have a
feet.
break.
bad guys.
I
I do take a minute.
To me, they're bad guys to me.
Yeah, you know I take care of that shit. I do take a moment and like look at my nails, and I'm like, there's definitely still like dried blood under my nails, and I'm like, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Okay. I usually just bite them off. They get in the way.
Oh, Maura.
As you are having this
Thing at a
conversation, you turn around to take a look for your bags when you see that they are not only no longer on the ground, but floating through the air off in the direction you can assume is probably to your room. And a
They're
little
like,
ways
get
ahead
this
of them,
bitch out of the lobby.
a little ways ahead of them, you see
Please.
a tiny little white fairy. She has two little buns on the top of her head. And instead of two little fairy wings as normal, she has little angel wings coming out of her back. It's a very lovely little, very lovely little image until you hear her yell to the boy in the front and just say,
Calm yourself before you split a vein. Good lord.
and then she's gonna go around.
Oh, I love her. I love her. We gotta tip her extra.
Looks
shit, I
like the little
forgot that-
vintage tree topper that we used to have.
Whenever
got the
Esther
little,
is
like,
not
barnacles.
looking, when Esther is not looking, I like huff it back to the desk and just leave a gold for the scared teenager. I'm not working. I'm not working.
We're gonna change the entire economic standpoint in this town by tipping gold to every person who helps us.
I'm gonna
Every
break their
single
economy.
one.
I think we're going to take a little pause from our main trio as they are getting themselves set in. Main trio for now, as we have a whole party.
I
of
want the
people.
bed by the window! And I run in and I like throw myself on the bed.
Be careful, lay your coat
I-
along the seam or the cold air's gonna come in.
I would like to know though, because we have an idea for Dan's character, but we've heard really nothing for you, Misfit. What are you up to right now?
Currently, Dahlia is taking care of some Golden Road business. She's setting up an escape for some poor soul that happens to be in this town, which is why she's here.
Are you
she's-
in the lodge currently planning? Are you out and about? Are you
Out in the town.
Okay.
She doesn't plan and sleep in the same place. That's bad for business. Not smart.
As you are moving through the town, you see a horse-drawn buggy going off while this man is looking through a tiny booklet going, I just don't understand. But yes, you are
But
free
he's
to do whatever
reading.
you would like in the village. You are free basically to do whatever you feel like you need to do before heading back to the lodge. You can tell though that the snow is starting to fall quite heavily.
Well, seeing as the cold doesn't bother her, because, cold defense.
Hell yeah.
I have resistance to cold.
Nice.
Ooh.
Speaking of, explain your character to me, please, because our audience does not know what she looks
Okay.
like.
So Dahlia stands at 6 foot minus her horns that come into a beautiful heart shape. She is a teal green tiefling with actual cloven hooves instead of feet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, double down on that, not human look.
Yes.
I always
We
forget
love a
Maura has
goat
a
lady.
tail.
Dahlia is dripping in gold jewelry. So she's got gold rings down her tail with chains hanging down. She's got gold rings on her horn that her late husband gave her as a present. And the other reason that she's in the town, other than dealing with Golden Road business, is she is neck deep in a murder investigation. Because her husband was killed 2 months ago, so...
Okay. Like you do.
She's
take
blamed
care of
for it. She's totally blamed for it, but there's not enough evidence to actually pin it on her, so she just kind of, whatever. Goes on her merry little way.
I want to go to a spa.
Actually.
Yeah, I'm here for a spa.
Check, please.
What?
Give me a perception check, please.
A perception check?
Perception check.
Perception. Doopa doopa boopa doopa doopa boo. 15.
15? All right. They got a 14. I'll tell you that.
Woo!
You have noticed as you've been out and about in the town that there is a familiar face. Potentially one of the lower level detectives from Muir County who's been kind of trailing you, just making sure everything seems okay.
She like
He's not actively messing with you. He doesn't seem bothered or worried, but you have a gut feeling that even though they haven't been able to prove anything, just keeping an eye on you kind of deal, you know?
She struts by and she's like, now darling, if you want to catch me, you're going to have to do better than that.
Look
And
down.
then just keeps walking.
As that happens, you hear not one voice like you expected, but two, as what looked like a full human-sized man. Suddenly the cloak opens. It's like, Harry, she's on to us, and it's two things there.
I was waiting for them to be
Hello. I thought they were
Yes.
just gonna be someone's kids.
Yeah. And you hear, as you're walking away, you just hear one of them going, "We're gonna have to try harder. She's on to us now."
Good luck.
Little
Just like
babies.
ta-ta waves.
The last thing you hear as you're walking off is just one of them going, "She wished us good luck. I don't feel like that's a good thing. Is it actually good luck? Is it really want us to have good luck?"
Are they buddies with Crochet Guy?
Maybe.
Crochet
Because
guy.
that, like,
I do miss
was-
Crochet Guy.
Everybody who didn't watch the last series, we had a cop who crocheted Maura suit jacket.
He was really into crochet. He
They met
got
at
I
a
want you to
board.
know
It was
on it.
really something.
I tried my best to find like a knitted sweater that had a tuxedo on it, so I could wear it for this. Could not find it.
Aww.
That is
I was gonna buy one.
perfect.
All right. And pause there for a second. We will come back to you shortly, Dahlia. But, Christian, explain yourself. Tell me what you're doing.
Please.
Tell the audience who is so very excited.
Tell
waited
me!
for this moment.
Croustillant is heading to the lodge. Checking in for the night.
I love it already.
More than I knew
as you're
before.
checking in, the same teenager is at the front. That's just like giving you a very curious look, like just like, wow.
Yes. So Croustillant stands at about 6 feet 7 inches tall, but
Holding.
extremely slender.
Jesus.
Extremely, almost pencil thin in terms of stature, but jutting out, wearing this resplendent green suit, patterns of all various kinds around it. And sort of like finery embroidery patterns all around, wearing this sort of elegant sort of like red scarf moving around, and you can see
Christmas.
where his hands would be. There are mittens on there, but the mittens don't have fingers on them per se. They rather have sort of like these almost half circle mittens that surround on either side. And you can just see the jutting of Croustillant's face, this sort of like dark brown. A better word to describe would be sort of like a dark brown crust.
Oh my God.
And with these more sort of red frosting like lips
Shut
and
up.
these white frosting
Oh my
lines
God.
You fucking did it!
accenting his eyes and his nose with these large purple gumdrop eyebrows surrounding
Shut the
across.
fuck up.
He was a crab at first!
And you see rather on fully, completely, perfectly round face, accenting downwards, fully as you see before you, a 6'7" tall gingerbread man.
Yeah. Oh my god!
A plus.
We're gonna go on a scary adventure with a gingerbread man.
Oh my god! You said brown hands, and I'm like, is he a crab? I couldn't have been
Not
more
that he was just
wrong.
wearing like those little like soft
The little
mittens, and I
round
was like,
mittens.
"Aw, Jesus Christ, what the hell is happening?"
Croustillant
accent.
stares. Croustillant stares down at the attendant and he says, "Is your name?"
Most people don't ask for my name. I'm Adwin.
Adwin?
Yeah, and you're watch him like flip through a page a little bit.
Croustillant.
Croissant,
Croustillant, bon et
croissant,
bon de
not
pes.
croissant.
Croustillant. Bon et bon de pes.
I'll make a note of that. And you watch him scribble something that clearly is not the name, but regardless.
An approximation.
I have misplaced the time. What is it?
It's like, 4:30. We're gonna have dinner in like an hour.
It's an hour.
Yeah.
And who is serving?
My mom. Like you
Oh.
her name
Is
is
your mom
Matilda.
Chef Thatcher?
Yeah.
And what will she be serving?
I don't usually want a cold day like this. She does like a couple different soups.
Tell you what, I do. I tell your mother Croustillant has arrived. And Croustillant is in the mood for something emblematic.
Okay, I'll go to room number 25. I'll go tell her breakfast is at 6 to 10 and we have dinner at 5:30. He's gonna wander off.
The French gingerbread
Yeah.
croissant wants something aromatic.
C'est Maki.
Yeah, it's right. Table right.
And as you can see, you see a mage hand appears of this rather burlyish human hand with slight burn marks at the end of the fingertips. Grabs the key. Croustillant, without even moving his arms, as the mage hand comes up and grabs the key, says, "Thank you, merci.
Okay.
Shall be in my room. I require no disturbance for the time being. I'm writing the introduction to the lodge here."
Do you in an hour for something aromatic?
Emblematic.
Oh, I need to make sure I remember that word. And he starts writing it down again.
Oh, bitch, I thought he said aromatic too.
Thank you.
As you're getting all of this, you can definitely hear the loud pitch sound of what's probably Delphi, but you don't know her yet. But you can definitely hear the I want the window I want the bed by the window. You can hear that as you're leaving.
And you're like, there's fucking toddlers in this.
Yeah.
Who let a child in here?
Croustillant to himself just says, "I hope that there are no children here for such an evening. I cannot handle them."
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, not to worry. Delphi is a full-grown adult.
Running her own cult and the head of the mafia.
Let's
All
go.
adults here.
She has
Yes, you can ride the moose.
Croustillant heads out to his room.
Your room is for a single person. It's still very nice, very lavish, but it's not, our ladies have a little suite for themselves, but yours is still very nice. Think like a high-end hotel room that's got, the bed, it's got a full window, nice bathroom, all of that kind of stuff.
Fully as I walk into my room, I don't even go to the bed. I go to wherever semblance of a desk looks like, and with my mage hand, take the luggage that I have, unpack it, and one of the suitcases fully just has a typewriter built into it. So as it opens up, I then sit down at the desk and with the mage hand, begin writing.
They've situated the desk.
This.
There is
I'll
so
give
much
everybody a minute.
joy exuding from me right now. I have never been so happy.
I know I'm derailing, but the way you described a gingerbread man without saying gingerbread man for 5 fucking minutes, you're brilliant.
The fact I made this whole suit of armor and you somehow kept this from me?
Yeah, you did.
You think you know someone?
I love that you have a fancy teacup, and I'm like, this is an energy drink, but it's Starbucks.
Listen, we have so many of these in my home.
I wish.
I am going to quickly cut back. Dahlia, it has been roughly about another hour now since you started your business. You've noticed now the snow's really piling up. It's not really slowed itself down, and it's really, really piling up on the ground.
The instant it becomes hard to walk, she's like, ugh, all right, I'm going back.
Yes, you're able to get back, and give me a persuasion check.
Ooh, I think that's one that I have. No, it is not. Darn. I thought that was one of the ones that I had proficiency in, but it is not.
Oh.
I need a calculator. I'm terrible at math.
Gang gang.
Okay, Ellie.
You're not wrong. As all of you have now played with
22.
Me, you know, I'd say 17
Okay,
times
yeah,
a session.
Plenty enough. As the snow begins to get thick, sticky, and wet, and it's sticking to your hooves and all of that kind of stuff.
Is it dark out?
Starting
Or
to
in
get
dim?
pretty dark. Yeah, like basically, like the sun would be setting not long from now, but with all of the cloud overhead, it's getting darker even faster. But you, with that great perception or persuasion check, you are able to. Somebody very kind who is giving another couple of people a ride back on the moose. So you're able to join some people on their sleigh ride back with their moose. And you don't have to worry about walking the rest of the way there.
Equally as good. I was going to use my cloak of bat and turn into a bat and fly back to my room, but this works even better.
I mean, if you want to become
Merry
a bat,
Christmas.
You get on the sleigh and
No,
then
no,
you turn
this
could
I'm
never
just
stop
gonna,
you.
become a bat on the sleigh.
I'm gonna take the cozy sleigh ride, and I'm gonna talk to these people. Just get to know them. So where?
What are their names?
Ellie.
I'm sorry.
It's just a young couple who's been recently married, who's, doing a little ride around town. They were doing some sightseeing, but now, starting to get dark. Starting to get.
Are they
chilly.
also staying at the lodge?
They are.
I would like to send them a sweet little gift basket since they're freshly married, and that's just the kindest thing to do. Maybe like a spa treatment.
Yeah, they will definitely find that later. And as you're requesting it of the front desk clerk, he's kind of like I think we got stuff for gift baskets. Just give me a second. And like that's kind of how that interaction goes.
I love this stressed child.
This poor kid. I feel bad for him.
This is my ass.
But yes, now that you've made your way back to the lodge, you had a lovely conversation with these two. And for Ellie, their names are Elliot and Mary.
Elliot and Mary, and they're just married.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I'm having to come up with random names.
You're doing a great job.
I promise I'll stop.
I will start.
I didn't promise no one would do it.
Probably go to break soon, but I want you guys to be able to at least meet each other before we do that. So we are going to.
I'm gonna have to meet the Cookie Man.
Cookie Man.
Okay, I need everyone to make sure that they're reading the chat because Dan just said that his name is Crispy in French. And I'm losing my mind.
Daniel.
Listen, I've heard all about
I
it.
love him. I love him so much.
Like, I could cry.
What is he, though?
Oh, Cookie.
What on earth did you
The Cookie
reskin?
Man.
He had to custom do some things, but
Human
that's okay.
Yeah, I'm like
Amazing.
racking my brain to figure out what
Actually, for
possibly could have been the
anybody-
base species.
For anybody who would like it, I can find the little thing that Dan and I were looking at when we were first talking about this. There was a lovely little helpful thing somebody on Reddit had put up about gingerbread men, and we just changed some things so that he
What?
can taller and things. I'll
So
put that in
cool.
for later.
Reddit.
They
But
got
anyway,
everything.
We are going to
Really
cut to dinner,
do.
which it is now completely dark outside, and you can see just enough to the outside from all of the lamps that are illuminating from the inside. You can see that the snow is really, really coming down now. It's piled up to, about halfway up to the windows on the first floor. The windows themselves are really piling up with it. As you're all making your way down for dinner, you can very easily see that same little white fairy from before flittering around the entire bottom floor, casting little fire bolts here and there to set off different candles, and every time there's a little joyful laugh,
This movie doesn't happen to be the sibling or relative.
is the sibling.
To
Of-
sin.
Yes, Cien. This is one of his older sisters.
Noise.
Of course it is.
Or
She looks like
This
a little
is
Christmas
such
angel.
a joyous intro, and I know it's gonna get
You didn't
so
tell me his mom
bad.
was a
You
tree
guys
topper.
have a good start, okay? Yes, you're making your way down. You see that all of these different candles are being lit. There is a very fancy fine dining room set down below you. Basically, there's a place where you can go around from where the front desk would have been that leads you further down a little bit into an inset that is full of different tables, all of which have their silverware out, all of their different things you will need for dining. They have glasses of water in the middle. Somebody's walking around handing out champagne if you would like it. There's little, bouquets of flowers in the middle of each table. You can see a small dwarven woman is running around very energetically, plating things, doing things, setting up the buffet, doing all of that. You can hear her muttering every now and then, I don't know why do you want something aromatic? I don't know what that. But and gotta spoil it now for Ellie. You can see off to the corner, trying to help as best he can, but a little bit lumbering, a little bit awkward. You can see a giant owl bear.
No! Oh!
Wearing a tiny little lederhosen and a little hat that has little flowers in his hair. And you can see he's trying his best just to help her. You can tell he's been outside as there's snow stuck to his big burly legs and there's some snow on his shoulders.
Sweet baby.
I am trying so hard not to physically stim right now.
We'll give you a
little owl bear man.
We'll give you a moment. They all know that there's 5 NPCs that I gotta deal with for all of these people.
I'm missing something?
As you're all making your
Oh
way
my
down
god, everybody
there,
has owl bears. I need one.
He's wearing lederhosen.
as you were all
I
making
could
your way
cry.
down there, Maura, you happen to notice
Yeah.
a familiar face, more so that you hear it coming before us. You hear the familiar clack of hoofs on the ground.
I turned to look.
Deception check. No, I'm kidding. Dolly.
Tearing my eyes from this owl bear man.
Are you sure that's an owl bear man and not just the animal?
He's wearing pants.
He's in lederhosen.
I assumed that.
Yeah, a dog can wear pants.
Well, he's trying to
But
help.
how does a dog wear
Crash.
pants?
He's standing
On the lower hat.
He's standing upright, and he seems to appear to have an idea of all the things that he's doing and that he's trying to help. So you have an inkling that there's intelligence there. So
So suspicious.
I only want to talk to this man. I only want to talk to this man. I love you guys. I'm done with you.
you know what? Why don't we just take a break there to let Ellie calm down about an owl bear?
I'm so sorry.
Delphi walks over to Maura and tugs on her sleeve and is like, Maura? Are you okay?
I love
Okay.
Maura Doll, if you're gonna stare, at least make it flattering.
That
It's just
Hold
a
it
little
all back
scary
up.
at the moment.
This is my face. What do you want from me? It
I'd
doesn't
like
do a
you
whole
to
lot
blink
else.
every 5 seconds or so. You haven't in about 30. I
It's
see where those eyes are headed, Missy.
He's magnificent.
I
He's
imagine
half
you're just
bear.
sipping champagne, staring.
I've got
Yeah.
2.
Double fisted.
Pouring them into my mouth. Oh my god. I'm sorry. The gingerbread man and the owl bear. I'm just.
As you're
There's
staring
so much.
you're staring this owl bear down, see him notice you, and he just, like, all of the feathers around his neck just kind of. You just see him kind of like with the plates just lumbering off in like this little like awkward gait of like, oh, like.
She thinks it's adorable, but she also feels bad. She's like, I just wasn't. It's kind of like, as someone who has a lot of tattoos, if you have tattoos and I'm staring at you, it's not because like I'm judging you. I'm admiring the artwork.
Fair.
No, I feel like that Ellie tidbit. We'll go ahead and take our break there so that everybody can
So
talk
sorry.
how they want to interact with each other. About how they want to introduce themselves to each other.
We need to strategize.
Yeah, you need to strategize.
Oh boy.
We'll take a 10 or 15-minute break and we'll be right back. Once again,
I promise I'll be
end of the
good.
night, we're going to do our dice and mimic giveaway, so hang on with us.
Guys, maybe giveaway right at the end. Stay tuned.
Sorry, it's been mildly
Yes.
awkward. This always happens when I get these three particularly back together as players, where things are not what I'm planning in any semblance of the way, which means I gotta
We
work
like
around
going
it.
off the rails.
As if we
Oh,
do it on
I'm
purpose.
telling you, the moment we come back from break, Croustillant's gonna wedge his way into this
Yes.
chaos.
God, I cannot wait.
Excellent.
I'm gonna be surrounded by all these towering creatures because Delphi's like a tiny little lady on top of all of
Esther's
this, and you're all
normal size, which seems like nothing
3
right
people,
now.
6 foot plus right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're about to carry Delphi around the whole place.
That's fine with me.
Arm thrown.
Literally.
Okay, everyone go drink some water,
Drink
take
some
a potty
water.
break,
Yeah.
get a snack.
We'll be right
Be
back.
We love you.
See you in a bit.
Oh, boop, boop,
Boop,
boop.
boop.
Wow.
Aw.
Definitely helps.
There's
And we're
are
back.
you?
Ah!
Hello.
Dang it.
Hello.
And I'll explain some things for the giveaway. I have, as promised, Vexie to bless. Can you bless while I talk?
Oh,
She's
such good
so
bless.
hard at work. Look
She's
at her.
super
Blessed
blessed in
Blessing
one of
those
those.
dice.
Full of it.
She's double tap one
She
of them.
wants to stand in them. Okay. Do that too.
You know, like you do, yeah.
For
It
the
got rat
giveaway-
butt blast.
Cat butt
and not the smelly-
blast.
Not the smelly one, the good one.
But
Not the one
yeah,
that's been
so for the
farting.
giveaway, just to make sure that everybody understands, I do not have access to our usual way of doing the giveaways, and like I can't go to use like elements and see that kind of stuff and see the tickets or do that. So what we're doing instead is a very simple method of just our viewer list. At the end, I will be picking somebody off of our viewer list at random, so you don't have to worry about doing like the entry or tickets or any of that stuff. Just if you are here, then you are entered to win.
Yeah, we'll be
Just
doing
stick
it
around.
just at the end. We normally do our wrap up. Just stick around
I'll
and
make
you'll be
these
entered
guys-
automatically.
We'll make these guys
Yeah.
talk for a little while I do my scrolling and my picking. Like basically, I'm just gonna like go through and just like let it go and then stop.
Spin the wheel.
But we're so bad at talking
You
about
have-
nothing.
Yeah, how will we manage?
We're not here at the very start. We are giving away a set of Misty Mountain green fluorites. This is one of my favorite sets. It's a very
They're
beautiful
gorgeous.
set, and
They're
now it's blessed
gorgeous.
by the rat that
Beautiful.
rolls natural 20s at least once a game. So, you know, may they be ever in your favor. But you are also going to get a matching mimic with them that I made.
The like
so
iridescent inside is so
pretty.
cool.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
nasty. I love it.
Yeah, it's actually, you can't see it well. So for the one that I have done for Wildcard, it was like green, blue, gold shift. This one, though, I don't know how well you can see, but it's got purple.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
super
a
pretty.
blue, teal, purple
It
to
looks
look
like an
very
abalone
Lovecraftian.
shell.
Yeah, I wanted
does.
this one to look really Lovecraftian, you know?
Or like oil slick in the rain.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll be giving
Rainbow
that away
puddles.
at the end. This episode's going a little faster than I will for the others, just because I want everybody to be able to actually hold on for the giveaway if they would like to. So we are going to go ahead and get ourselves right back in as we watch an owlbear awkwardly shuffle away with a pile of plates.
And Maura look very guilty.
Yes, but you hear very familiar foot
I've
hoofs.
offended him.
Foot hoofs. That's a word now, but as you hear very familiar sound coming up behind you.
That's I've got my champagne and I don't even actually turn around. I'll be like, do I hear a radiant light behind me?
Ah, yes. All the radiant lights are in this room, and it's so obvious and amazing. And she like gives you a big hug from behind.
It's,
Aw.
And I'll turn. I'll be like, oh, aren't you a surfer for blah blah blah? Holy shit!
Wow.
Maura, are you okay?
I had a stroke. You a Cyphosaurus. That's how have you been? So sit down, sit down.
Oh, you know, she like grabs a glass of champagne from someone walking behind her and just like gently sips it. So, you know, the usual. You know what happened to Alan, and it's just been a big kerfuffle, and so I'm here. I needed a break.
I mean, if people are giving you trouble, you know I'll take care of that shit. Don't tell Esther I'm not supposed to be working.
Esther,
Yeah, she's over by the fireplace, kind of like with her little champagne bottle.
I'm like, don't tell
Glass,
Mom.
not the bottle yet.
She's gonna take away my Xbox.
She is keeping. She would.
That's
She's keeping an eye on where the bottle's traveling in the room, though.
that's,
At one point, as you're watching, you see the fairy has clearly taken it and is flying places with it.
I'm just kind of watching her, like, oh my god.
I mean, if not, it's totally fine. If you're in a place to talk about it, you got any ideas on who?
I don't really want to talk about it right now. You know, it's all I deal with. I ran into a couple of detectives in town earlier, and it was just they're not very good.
No,
These
absolutely.
detectives are not very good. And I'm quite glad that they're not good at their job, because I would blow the whole, you know, golden sunshine out the window, and that's just not good for anybody.
push another glass of champagne towards you, and just be like, "So, who's got you in town?
Like holding what?
This, are you in town for pleasure or business?"
Both. Like knocks one back.
Atta girl.
Because you know if you need help, I can help you with it.
Well, now that I know that you're in town, I will. If I do need help, I will call on you.
Absolutely.
Because we all know how these things go. Sometimes they're not the smoothest. But who are you here with?
Oh, I just did your fuck. I just did your. I did this every time. Is Delphi at the table with me? Or is she just around?
I feel like Delphi saw you guys be like, "Oh, hey," and let you socialize. So she's just kind of like looking around, checking out the buffet as they're prepping it and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know if I was
close
just
enough
like,
if
you're
close
at the table
enough if you
and
need her.
And I'm just like,
she's
this
just
secret shit right in front of you.
Andrew, you gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, rushing past both of them, just sort of briskly walking by, saying "Pardon," and as I briskly walk past them, make my way down to the main dinner floor, and I look for Chef
Dahlia's
Thatcher.
face turn.
Yeah, Delphi just looks like this.
Giant gingerbread man?
I mean, they had like an owl bear with lederhosen. This
I know, I saw you gawking at him and it was quite adorable.
I didn't mean to. I think I offended the poor guy. He's just neat.
I know he's quite adorable.
That's like he is a sentient being. Like you can tell that he's like all there. You shouldn't pet people, but God, I want to.
Maybe if you ask him really nicely, he'll let you.
I'll let him pet me first.
Remember, use your proper words,
manners.
not your fist.
Yeah.
Is Chef Thatcher still like running around?
She is. You can very easily spot her. She is a short dwarven woman with thick red hair that she has pulled into a thick braid down her back, along with some extra fine little ones running through it. And she's wearing an apron in the front.
Party in the back.
I walk straight up to her.
Mullet. It's a mullet apron. Yeah.
Chef Thatcher.
Are you the one who asked for the special dish? Is that you?
I had asked for something emblematic. I believe your son was having some difficulty. He said it aromatic. It's not what I had asked. I had asked for emblematic.
He's not always the... This is hard. He's trying his best. But yeah, I got the request. I got it. I just got a little plate just for you because, I mean, I already had a bunch of other things started. So, and I would like to ask you, what would be Croustillant's ideal meal?
Ratatouille.
Yeah, ratatouille.
It seems that
Potato.
Ratatouille.
as I had mentioned in my letter, my taste buds and my understanding of meals is less about more so preference. It is more so in understanding what you, Chef Thatcher, are capable of. And so my taste buds are in search of whatever your meal is, whatever you put your best foot forward and show me emblematic. And I assume, running this lodge, that you have the dinner prepared, and that you would have various dinners prepared in my week's stay here for this evening, as well as the breakfast that I presume that you're making. And again, this is something that's showing off of your skill. Remember, what I understand would have sway over the visitors that will come to this lodge. So I want nothing but whatever you deem as your best, and then I will judge whether or not it is true.
Just don't add tonight's in because I only had like an hour to prepare it, but I think you'll still like it. And she's gonna basically just do like the hold on just a sec kind of thing. And when she comes back, she's got a little cloche over top of a white plate underneath that you can see has some of like decorative painting on the sides of it peeking out. And he goes, well, you see, like tonight I did all of the soups for everybody because it's really cold, and most people who aren't used to the cold just seem like they always want soup. I don't know why they always want soup, but for you specifically, because you asked for something special, I made you. And she's gonna pull the lid off. Again, I had to do it quick, but you see that there is a little line of half the plate is going to be savory crepes, and the other half is going to be sweet crepes. On the savory half, you can see that they have a light. Like perfectly, like slightly pink, still in the middle, perfectly cooked steak sticking out through the sides of it. They have some greens, some mushrooms, a nice cream sauce on top of them. On the other side, it's like
haven't
a nice
eaten dinner yet, and that's
I'm freaking starving like an animal.
You can tell that it's a very simple dish that she's put together within 1 hour while still cooking for the rest of the lodge, but at the same time you can tell that every aspect of it was done with just the right amount of care. You know, like she made sure that everything was cooked exactly as it needed to be. The crepes aren't too dark, they're not too crispy, you know.
Let's see. My table?
Whatever table you want, honey, you can sit wherever you want.
Look around.
Or Maura, she would have been like, sit. I don't know.
See a table that's...
I was just down south, and this is real shit.
Whatever is the farthest away from all the other guests, I just say, I will eat there. And then I walk over to that table.
There's definitely a table a little further to the back that's near a window, which means most people are like, oh, it's chilly, I don't want to be by the window kind of deal. So you go there, she follows you, she puts it down, she goes, now if I'm not out here and you need anything else, just get one of them to yell, like just yell for somebody, you know, like if you see the big fella with all the feathers, he can get me too. Just, you know. Hope you enjoy. What is it that those people who talk like you say? Is it bon appetit?
Bahonkadonk. Referring to bon appetit.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Yes. Emblematic of both the French and the North Pole. Okay. Away with you, please.
She goes back to her business. She goes back to her business, and at this point, you see the owlbear has snuck back out to put plates back out, but he's like very clearly, every now and then, looking back at Maura, just like with a plate. Just
if I see him looking, I'm just gonna kind of like.
Delphi is going to make her way over to Esther. And this is after she has watched from afar this tall-ass cookie man do his entire engagement with the chef and then move over to the table furthest away. And I go over and I grab Esther's arm and I say, have you seen? I was about to do like the country accent there. What was that?
You're doing me.
I can hear it coming out.
I'm the one in Tennessee. Why are you the one?
That gentleman is the most interesting guy I've ever seen. He's a cookie.
What do you mean?
Have you ever seen a cookie guy before? We should sit with them and get to know him.
Well, I mean, I'd say Virgil was quite a thing to look at when he was younger, but I wouldn't have called him a cookie for sure. But
no, that's not what I mean.
Why? How does he look?
Y'all yelled at me for looking at an owlbear, and she's over here like, this one? Him?
He knows.
I grab your free hand that doesn't have the champagne in it, and I go,
he's got gumdrops for eyebrows. And I'm not being exaggerative.
About to say. Show me. My eyesight's getting a little worse.
I'm gonna link arms with you and like lead you over and be like, here you go, Auntie Esther. Why don't we sit over here? You're such an important figure. I wouldn't want you to get mixed up with the riffraff. And I sit you down and I sit next to you.
She will genuinely laugh at that. She'll kind of give you a push and just like,
girl, we are the river.
And I look across the way to where Maura is.
We are.
And I go like this. And then I say, come over here. Sit over here. And then I look over at Croissant and I smile.
Croissant.
You can't do that when I just took a big sip. That almost came out my nose. I'm gonna look over at Dahlia and be like, you want to meet my family?
Oh, you're with family. Yeah, sure, why not? Should be lovely. Let's go.
I was gonna give you a little precursor. I guess on the way over, I'll just be like, yeah, the little one, the purple one, that's Delphi. She's my little cousin, and the gorgeous, beautiful, resplendent woman, that's Esther. She's like my auntie Esther, but you know how like my family works. Like we're not related.
Like the former lounge singer Esther, the former showgirl.
Oh, you know her?
We've worked a couple clubs together. No big deal.
No fucking way. You know what? Yeah, no, Maura says that. That's not That's a nice small fucking world. So we'll head on over and I'll be like, alright guys, I saw you waving us over, but this is Dahlia, she's an old friend. That's
Dahlia, darling! And she'll immediately get up and give her the biggest hug. You probably get a bit of a face full of the fur, but...
It's kind of like nuzzles into it a little bit. So soft.
My
Well, it's
goodness,
been a
you've been
minute.
looking so well. Where have you been all this time?
Here, there, a little bit of everywhere. You know, when your husband's a railroad tycoon, you just kind of go wherever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, I hope you haven't retired. Those pipes of yours, doll, they are something special.
No, never retire.
Perfect.
I love the stage too much. It's too much fun singing.
That loves you. Why else would you be selling out every night, dear? Now, Delphi, this girl right here, Dahlia, now she is the one who showed me that all of those singers aren't always just airheads decked out in pearls. This girl right here has not only a body full of gold, but a heart of one as well. She is just a savior. Wait until she tells you about the things that she was doing behind the scenes to help women just like you back in the day. And
Back
are you
in the
still
day?
doing it now?
That's half of why I'm here.
Brilliant girl!
It is an honor to meet you.
Girl.
I can't wait for this gingerbread man to into this weird
gonna say,
girl.
cut to Maura with them having this girl talk with her two champagnes, just like
You know,
Oh,
what do
he's
I
a
need to
classy
do to
bitch.
get a stronger drink? Would
That's
love
what
a
I'm
like a mint juniper or something. You know?
I think a place like this would have a good
Oh.
old fashioned, but all I've been seeing is champagne.
Hmm.
It's-
We should
I
ask
mean,
the gingerbread.
never hurts to
He
ask.
seems to know who to talk to get the good
gonna
stuff.
Say, and Delphi says this at a completely normal volume. Anyone at the table could hear this. I was gonna say, I saw this guy just talking to the chef and got a fancy meal, so I'm sure maybe she could help us out and get us something nice to drink too.
Dahlia just like leans
her.
over to you and excuse me, sir. Hi.
I know it's Dan. I'm so scared to talk to him.
I saw that you were communing with the chef, and I would just like to know what a lady would have to do to get something a bit stronger than champagne.
The alcohol is not what I am here for per se, and I know not of the drink of choice that they serve here at the lodge yet. I am first testing the champagne to see what the day-to-day drink is, but I imagine that the drink shall change as the nights go on.
Dahlia just grabs one of your forks like an asshole and like clinks her champagne.
Good.
glass.
The toast, the toast.
Let's
I totally play into it.
ting 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 ting.
Happening.
Like everyone is now
Is this for the
looking at.
newlyweds? Are they supposed to kiss?
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. First off, I would like to make a toast. She just like holds up her finger in your face, like shh, 5 seconds. I would like to make a toast to a newlywed couple that I met earlier on a sleigh ride, and they were the loveliest people. I would love to make a toast to them, and may they all have good fortune in the future, and you know, and I would also like to pump this party up a little bit. And can we get a little bit of a stronger drink? Maybe some whatevers. I don't insert alcohol because I don't actually drink, so I don't know what a drink is.
As you're saying all of this, you look over to see the
got
owl
you.
bear is once again just going I completely still like a deer in the headlights before you watch him just he goes like lumbering off.
Gin and tonics.
He goes lumbering off shortly
Can we-
before bringing
Gin and tonic.
the dwarf Matilda back.
My brain just went
Because
Long Island
now-
iced teas.
Oh, no.
I don't think
Long
we can do that
Island
first
iced
night.
teas.
How does a Long Island tea work in D&D? I want to know
Oh god.
because I want to
Menagerie
make
hosts
it.
lemon tea.
Pardon, Miss.
Dahlia, and she turns around and like hands you her hand, and like waits for you to kiss it.
You don't got lips, I don't think.
You
Got
see,
frosted.
you see,
got
you
lit.
see, as a little mage hand comes up, grabs your hand, and he comes up and he thinks for a second, and then he leans forward and then kisses your hand. He says, "You seem quite loud. Would you mind if I have more fork pack, please?"
Yes, here you go.
She's just grabbed all over that shit.
Yeah.
Bravo.
She's the worst.
I love her.
And you see, continues with the fork, with the mage hand pulling down to each of the crepes, and then coming up to Croustillant, eating it, just one bite of each crepe, not finishing them, but is very much just sort of.
Delphi's got her elbows on the table watching him.
Pardon, may I help you?
Me?
The,
Oh, I'm
the one
just-
with the elbows on my table, yes?
Your table.
This is the one that I was sitting at.
It's the largest table, actually. You
I
haven't even asked me
suppose.
my name.
Is your name?
I'm Delphi.
God, I love her.
A pleasure.
Poor man.
Croustillant.
Just wants to eat alone.
It is very nice to meet you. I just am very curious. I do apologize. And I like slide my elbows off the table and I sit up a little more like nicely. I just happened to notice that you must be some gentleman of esteem because you got a fancy dish and that there's a buffet over there for everybody else for soup. So I'm just very intrigued. I make a business of, and she like pauses for a second, remembering how to phrase this as she's been taught to phrase it. I make a business of knowing who's who. And I'm just curious because I haven't seen you around here.
Been
No,
here before.
I am visiting from New York, and I've come my way to find a vacation. So not much of a vacation, but rather a work opportunity for the lodge. I write for the
You
Times.
do.
You're a critic. You're a critic. I'll be quiet. I won't tell anybody. That's so cool.
Yes, I'm a critic. If you are interested, you can find my reviews under the name GBM, as you may find.
No.
Game
No,
Boy.
you're not.
So has the rest of the group surrounded Croustillant at the table?
Oh yeah, where I'm standing like right next to you. Like Dahlia's like hovering over you. Very
Game Boy Man. That's it.
If you're in the middle of this conversation, the small dwarf, you
I'm
can
still
hear
at
her
our
feet
table.
pattering up, and she goes, "Now I hear somebody over here wants something stronger."
You know how to make a Manhattan?
Question, like, when you say stronger, are you thinking like just a little bit of a kick, or like I'm not gonna remember tonight in the morning? Like, why are you thinking like?
like to
I
remember
gotta-
tomorrow.
I gotta
I don't
ask
like to be
because-
completely out of control.
I gotta ask because like we dwarves, we kind of are known for going like heavy-handed. If you understand. What
Yes, one of the clubs that I work in has a dwarven bartender, and he's just the best.
I will be
Can-
right back.
Can I lean back in my seat and be like, what do you got that's gonna put me on the floor?
Maura, you're finally accepting that you're gonna relax on this
A vacation's a vacation, even if I gotta be sedated.
Now, I do have. But apparently, that little fairy who keeps flying around, Zeffy, she brought something back from her brother who said it was bathroom hooch out of a carnival. I don't understand. But regardless, I got some of that, and apparently it knocks you straight out. I'll be right back. I got you.
Hell yeah.
You. She goes walking back away.
Aww. We're in the same world as Wild Beyond the Witchlight now. Canon!
Yay!
Croustillant,
That means that New
Which
York
also happens to
exists.
be somewhere
New
where
York
planet
exists.
Earth's New York also is. Yes.
Croustillant will. I was gonna say Croustillant's gonna turn to Maura and go, and your name?
I mean, I'm at a separate table, but
Oh,
I'm
I thought you were with Delphi.
Oh yeah,
No,
I pulled us
I
all
was-
over to the same table.
Oh,
unless
Yeah,
you
I thought we were
haven't-
all at the same table.
my bad. I thought I was chilling at our old table and just keeping an eye
By
on
herself.
it.
Yeah,
With the
Esther's
other
just been
table.
watching in awe.
I'm
With kind of that
Mortified.
1,000-yard stare of like, I can't tell if I'm too old for what's happening, but I'm gonna keep listening.
Because I think I would have been still at our table, but just kind of like lean back listening, and then just be like, "Oh yeah, that's Maura. Pleasure to meet you. That's how you doing?"
She's my cousin.
Fantastic.
You know the Zeronis?
Pardon?
You know like the Zeronis?
We're from the same city.
Yeah, we're from New York.
What a
Zeroni.
coincidence.
From Zeroni. Criminals?
I
Oh,
wouldn't say it like that, but like this we run a family business.
We're a
So
family
criminals. I
opportunity.
understand.
Really
Everything out of
quietly.
your mouth is gold. Damn.
I'll let you-
Really quietly, Delphi whispers to herself,
Azalith, help me.
No
Do I
prob-
see that her Delphi's pamphlets like sticking out of her? Does she have them on her?
"Oh yeah, I've got my big, like, fancy hardback strapped to me, and then I have a little pouch with small pocket versions."
Can I want to try to steal one.
Okay, we are going to do. You will be doing a sleight of
Ooh.
hand, and
Yes.
Delphi, you will be doing a perception check.
Okay.
Ooh, sleight of hand's not the
roll.
greatest.
I like to go with the perception check over, like, your passive, because I feel like that gives people a chance if they don't have a great passive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was 11, so that's
I-
not the greatest.
I got a 17, but I notice you
crap.
reaching, and I just go, "Here you go."
Oh, perfect.
Just immediately,
gem.
no question. "Let me know if you have any questions." I like lean over the page you opened. I go, "That's one of my favorites."
I'd have to sit down and talk sometime about Osalind, is it?
Azalith. But I just call him
Azalith.
Ozzy. You can call him Ozzy
Ozzy?
if you want.
Okay.
And then once again, I say this one a little bit louder for the table. I very much believe in the golden rule and karma and treating others the way you want to be treated with respect and kindness and stuff like that. So, you know.
As we've been harassing
all.
this man.
So
Right, but he called us criminals, so
Sure.
now it's
Okay, but we are criminals. We are a crime family. I just thought he might know a couple of our
Hey.
bars.
Look, not
Yeah.
all of us are in crime. Some of us are in paranormal activity.
true.
Whatever.
We're versatile.
Ghost cry.
Alright. This is a way to live, as they say.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Mm.
I put a little pocketbook on the table, one of the pocket ones, and I
What
slide
is
it
this?
across. Another way to live.
I'd look at it for a second, says,
For you,
Ah.
a gift.
"No, thank you. Religion does not look good on me."
Oh,
Um,
I would argue it's not
New
necessarily a
Yorker.
religion, but it's more just a system of beliefs and moral, personal considerations to take into account on your day-to-day.
Mm. My day to day is preoccupied, but thank you for the gesture.
Keep it. It's fine. You can keep it. I've got plenty. Pass it on to someone else.
Very well. And I use the mage hand, look for the nearest guest, and just drop it in front of them.
I mean, he did give it to someone.
Delphi
He is helping spread the word.
I
takes
do
a
love
deep
the eye
breath
twitch.
and she settles back down. I'm gonna go get some soup. And I'm gonna get up and go over and
I
get
bet the
myself
soup
some.
here slaps, though.
Honestly,
As the
In
there's
Maddie,
several
The
different
soup
flavors.
connoisseur.
what
Yeah,
soup
there's
we
several-
got, Ty?
Several different flavors. There's a sweet potato soup, which is a little bit
Ooh.
sweet and a little bit savory. There is a New Mexico classic. Not really. It's just a southwestern dish. But there is a chicken tortilla soup, which is very flavorful
Yeah.
and tasty. There's also like a red bean and lentil sort of setup. Like there's 4 different soups, and as you're getting up to go to the table, to go to the big table to start getting things, you know, like you can clearly tell that Matilda, the chef, has put in thought that if we're doing soup tonight, people need more than that. So just as you're doing that and more people have been gathering in their seats, you can see the little fairy up top. She's going, all right. And then like suddenly there's many of her. They're all bringing like little charcuterie boards to the table, and every single time they're sitting them down, you just hear like kind of, hi, how are you?
As one passes me, as I'm
Excellent vibe.
holding a couple different cups of soups, I just go, "You are tremendous. You are wonderful. Look at you go!" And then I shuffle off with my little cups of soup.
As you're saying that, and it becomes apparent that you've said that to the real one because she's not holding anything like the
Yes.
rest. You watch her just go like, she's like now
I
voguing
love
in
it
the air,
here.
just doing like that. Like,
Oh, word.
So I'm gonna sit back down with my soup options, and Delphi's gonna go, "I couldn't choose just one, so I got some of each." And I look straight across the table. Unfortunately, there was no milk, though.
Again with the I'm sorry.
always the milk with Maddie.
I thought they had like a keg of it in the back.
And I'm just gonna like pull my little napkin out and put it in my lap, glare daggers across the table, and then start like daintily scooping my soup.
I must ask, as the cast that we currently have, is there an Italian wedding soup?
Yeah.
It's definitely like a
Oh,
noodly based
God.
soup with meatballs and all that kind of stuff.
Hell
I
yeah.
had that on Christmas
So
Day. It
good.
was
As
so
Such a good
you're
soup.
all settling down,
Great soup.
getting to enjoy various drinks, your meal, Matilda does come back and hands a few things out to you in terms of drinks, and in front of you specifically, Maura, she just sits a bottle that she has clearly, like, for other people, taped like a biohazard looking symbol just to be like, this is strong. And she just goes like, she goes,
Good.
if you feel like you're gonna pass out, just stop drinking.
Oh, so
And
I'm not supposed to finish it.
if you can, I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised.
Don't
Anyway.
tell her that.
No.
Yeah, she scuttles
least
back
she's
off. You can see
relaxing.
that she's very busy as she's ordering around the little like copies of the fairy, and like every now and then you can see that the owlbear is helping her do a few things that she's a little too short to do, stuff like that. It's very bustling. Everybody's
Feel that.
fully enjoying their meal. As you begin to hear the same like coming from up the top of the
toast.
stairs, standing
Another
at the top
toast.
of the stairs leading down to the dining area. Look up, and you're not sure you're actually seeing who's maybe making the toast, because you can't really see until you hear a few wet footsteps step forward, and you see standing there
I thought it was gonna
Frog.
be Owlbear.
see a little frog. He's fully green, has little spots on his forehead. He's wearing a tiny red waistcoat, and you all watch him
Okay.
pull a tiny handkerchief out of his coat pocket. And as he's dabbing, everybody roll a perception check for me quickly.
As he's what?
Doing like
Dabbing
a dab
his
on his
head.
forehead.
He's over here. Oh,
Perception.
I just wanted you to say it.
that's what the kids do.
Dab. Yeah.
Oh. That's a 7.
What check was
21.
this?
It's a frog.
Perception.
21
Perception?
I got a 16.
7.
Okay. So,
Hey, no
Elfie,
mind.
Dahlia, and Croustillant, you all notice. The other two unfortunately don't, but you notice that as he's dabbing at his forehead, unlike usually where a handkerchief might take the moisture off, he seems to be dabbing moisture on.
Oh
makes
my
sense.
god.
He goes
Okay.
and like tucks it back into his pocket, and then he lifts his little tiny frog hand with a tiny glass of champagne in it and just goes, "Good evening, everybody. Is I your humble host? So great for all of you to join me tonight. My name is Jacques. Esther. As you can see outside, we have a little bit of weather occurring. Rest assured, you will be safe here in the lodge. My staff and I are here to give you only the finest comforts. Enjoy." And he's gonna bow, and as he bows, you hear a very loud, like a ribbit come out of it.
I wanna lean over to
Bless
Esther and be like,
him.
they say his name is Shark?
Shot.
Jacques, dear.
Okay, gotcha.
It's French.
It's like the croissant
Like
man.
the cookie man. Yeah.
Croissant
Do
man.
does Croustillant hear this?
Probably.
Actually, do you want to roll me a perception check and we'll see? I'll let you roll with advantage because clearly you're surrounded by people and normally you are not.
Yeah, I'm
Which
still at the
means-
table. I was polite. I
feel-
was just lounging.
So bad, but at the
I
same time, I don't feel
don't.
bad.
19.
You definitely heard it. Yeah.
Oh no.
I scoff.
Oh.
Hey, listen. That's nobody can pronounce my fucking name. It's fine.
Oh, sir.
Mm.
Je m'appelle Esther Amagiri Walker.
Mm.
C'est la mencos. La plante principale. C'est not agréable, pas?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Croustillant can't speak French. Dan cannot. So
That was the coolest shit. You might
That
have
was
asked where
so
the library
dope.
and the bathroom are, but I don't know.
Croustillant will respond in French. Good evening. My name is translated into French, crispy gingerbread man, as he says in French.
I don't know why I thought the last name would be different. I don't know why I gave you that much credit.
That's why it's GBM.
Wispy gingerbread man.
Crispy gingerbread man. It is, and I say back in French, it is enjoyed to hear my home language. Though many mistake it for French, I do not reside there.
You from Canada? I'm sorry.
Le Provence?
And I correct when I say, I am from the North Pole.
I figured you'd be a little less, grossier if you were from there. Please consider being a little bit kinder to my niece. She's only trying to spread the good word.
Is this all in French?
No, she switched back to English.
Oh, gotcha.
Je m'appelle Delphi.
I mean, no.
I'll kind of pat her shoulder and keep looking directly at him.
I mean, no disrespect.
I am chugging that bottle, by the way.
I simply here on business rather than pleasure, and so my focus. Don't know what that was. My focus must be attentive to the food that I have prepared for me. That being said, you all, out of the other guests, seem much more, how you say, fanciful and of conversation. So should you find yourself in need of conversation, I shall be here.
Oui.
I will consider it, monsieur. Bonsoir.
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 Aristocrats. That's Can I safely say
She's
I'm
got
about
a
halfway
full-ass
through that?
duchess.
Accidental Nerd had a great pun in the chat. You all want to see?
Oh?
All work and no play makes for a stale gingerbread man. Amen.
Can we make Dan that t-shirt?
Listen, ever since Rifle made the CN shirt, I just want everybody to have a character shirt now because I want the CN shirt. That says, where the smart ones points to random outline of human.
That's can I safely say I'm about halfway through that? But how big is that bottle? Like, is it like a beer bottle or like
Dear
a
God.
No, it's
Vodka.
like the size of an Absolute bottle, where it's like a little wider,
Okay.
like stouter, you know.
Okay, how about like a third of the way?
Give me a Constitution check.
Let's go. My con is great.
This reminds me of that
Could be.
scene from Parks and Rec where they're like having the drink off and April goes to take one sip and she just starts cussing.
Is this a save or just a check?
You may get a save.
Okay.
It's not like this is holding a huge amount of weight to it, you know. I'll let you have the save.
How's a 28?
Yeah, you're doing fine right now.
That's
Feeling a little bit of a tingle, but
mm.
you're doing fine.
What's it taste like?
It tastes
Is this Everclear?
no. So for everybody who didn't watch the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, we started episode 2 by getting exceptionally drunk by hooch that was made in a bathtub in the carnival.
It was great.
It's fair.
So I like to personally have envisioned that since that moment, it has a bit of like a Fruit Loopy sort of taste to it, but definitely a deep burn. Like, you know, when you take
Did you give me jungle juice?
Yeah, it's jungle juice.
Pretty
Let's say
much.
that.
Girl, you're at a
Oh.
cabin resort.
God, I'm in college.
Yeah.
This is prom all over again. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna end up under a couch. But yeah,
I'm gonna make a point to say that Delphi does check in with Maura throughout the evening, just to make sure that, you know, even though she wants to get very tipsy, I will cut her off at a safe point.
Yeah.
I feel
You
fine.
can definitely keep an eye on her. You know well how she is and her limits and all that kind of stuff. You can definitely keep an eye on her. And even when the evening comes to a close, you can help her get back up kind of deal. Like, you do not have to worry.
You're relaxing, Maura.
Cause I'm chill as fuck.
You
I
are
think
the
it's-
chillest of chill as fuck.
I think she's like, is essentially like the same as normal, except like some words are a little slurred and she talks a little slower, and like even for Maura, a little less filter.
The whole way through,
There
Delphi
wasn't
is
much.
still like, yeah, yes, absolutely.
When did you make all those books?
Well, when I was working with the publisher the second time around, I thought that maybe travel-size copies would be a good idea. That's like something like this, and I bring up this giant, it's like a tome that's strapped to my belt. This is just isn't convenient for most people, and it's very intimidating. But something like this, it's easy to manage.
You're so full of ideas. Like, that's why I thought you would be so good to be the queen pin. And brilliant marketing. Brilliant.
Well, thank
and
you.
I'm chugging.
As long as you're on my side, I know I'm doing it right, Maura.
Delphi, I love you, and you're beautiful.
I love you too, Maura. And I like push a strand of your hair behind your horn. And you are the most beautiful.
Good. Bitch, I got a big ass cut on my face.
Yeah, people love scars. You're an interesting and fascinating individual. And you have so many stories, most you cannot share.
Fair.
But some that are very interesting to learn about.
But I can tell them all to you.
Yes, you can. In fact, I encourage it. I would like to know everything that's going on just to be safe.
That's all the things. Yeah. Doing a drunk Brooklyn accent is very fun.
I just link arms with you and I like lean on your shoulder for a bit as the evening rolls on.
Esther will lean over to Dahlia and just be like, she's finally on vacation. She's almost always working, and this is about as good as it gets.
I don't think I've ever met her not working.
I kid you not, as soon as we walk through this door, she's already trying to take over the front desk. Executive woman runs in the blood, I'm telling you.
Well, she does take after her mother.
Oh, love that lady. Hopefully not everything, though.
There's just some questions that you don't want to know the answer to, and I feel like that's one of them.
As
Precisely.
you guys are having evening's kind of winding down, you can see that people are starting to leave. As you are having your lovely conversations with Croustillant probably being exceptionally quiet and less needing to be less spoken to, I would assume. But you suddenly hear a loud clatter far on the other end as you have migrated over to Croustillant's table. You are now in the back corner by the window. At this point, you can see that the snow has really piled up right about, to the windows at this particular point. It's really piled fast.
Oh.
Off on the far end, on the other side, diagonal across the dining room, you hear a loud clatter, followed by a tall elven woman. She is blonde, beautiful. Every basic aspect of, rich woman is in, in this woman. She's wearing a beautiful velvet dress that's low cut, and she's tall.
Oh.
She has, her face fully done.
Oh, the name of her stylist.
You hear the clatter.
Right.
You hear the clatter. You look over to see that she has stood up. That there's a tiny bit of water here on the front of her dress as she's looking at one of the fairy clones, just going, "How could you do this?
Lady, calm down."
Shut up! With that, she's gonna turn, and you see her running off, a little uneasy in her heels, indicating that she's probably been drinking. You hear her shouting a little more as she's leaving. Yeah, you hear that little
You better run.
Altercation. But as she's storming out through the door, that she kind of bumps into the teenager who's going over to check on his mom, and he just really quickly scutters over to his mom, just kind of I don't want to deal with it right now, kind of deal.
Does Maura see her bump into the teenager?
Perception check at disadvantage because you have gone through more bottles of alcohol.
True. No. You're absolutely
sorry.
Maura, I'm just gonna save this rest of the bottle for later for you.
You are blitzkrieg bopped, my girl.
I don't see shit.
Oh no.
You don't see it. But yeah, you can at least, in looking around, see that all of the staff you have met so far, including the frog, are up at the front, kind of huddled together. They just seem to be having their own little dinner time, despite what just happened as the woman is storming off. You hear her shouting for a little bit longer before eventually she's too far away. You can't hear her.
I'm gonna lean over to Delphi and be like, that bitch is so far gone.
Yeah,
You need to know how much you can have
It's true. And as you're saying this, I'm like inching the bottle away. Yeah, and you know when to stop because you're so smart. And I boop the nose.
She's messy.
As you're like inching the bottle away, like Dahlia is inching a glass of water closer.
We're just
okay.
Just tell her it's
Y'all
vodka.
have never drank with me.
She loses her sense of taste after a while.
You know what? Why don't you try this one here? Dahlia was having it earlier and she loved it.
It is the cleanest vodka I've ever had.
Drink this.
I'll like take a big swig and be like, damn, that shit's smooth.
Hey, dog.
Also, hello to all of the raiders that just joined us. We're snowed in.
We're snowed in.
We're snowed in.
Wasted.
Thank you, Raiders. We're actually getting close to the end, and if you stick around, we're doing a giveaway for whoever
We
you
are.
So
It's
we're
true.
doing a dice and a mimic. I can't reach it right now, but a mimic box giveaway.
There's
so,
a gingerbread
for
man.
rating.
There's a gingerbread
There
man.
is. He is
Yeah.
sentient
He is in an owlbear that makes
And an owlbear.
and an
but
owlbear.
if there is anything as your meal is coming to a close, you know, it seems like they still have things out if people would like to pick, but you know, most of the main meal seems to be done. There's a few dessert things out, but not like a ton is left, and most people have already filtered out as it is getting pretty late into the night now. Like you haven't noticed that you've been sitting for quite some time talking and catching up. Is there any last things everybody would like to do before they head off bed?
As the evening went on and progressed, and Dahlia inevitably was eavesdropping on every conversation that she could, because you know, why not? It would have. Would I?
Words.
Oh, Pippin! Don't try to climb on the table. You're
Hello, buddy.
I
a
love
little
him.
doggo. I'm sorry.
So cute.
Would I have heard anything of interest? Ear-perking conversation?
Give me an investigation, because you will hear something, depending on how well the roll is, will determine exactly how deep you go into hearing things.
Okie dokie.
You are actively trying to listen, that's why I'm doing investigation over perception.
19.
19? Okay, you are able to hear the same couple from earlier that you rode back with talking about how lovely the gift basket was, how they were just so surprised that a very flustered, red-faced little elf seemed to have brought it. But other than that, you know, it was great. You also hear people who had been at the table with the same woman who had gotten up and stormed off, just saying like, yeah, she gets like that sometimes. Like, you know, I thought bringing her out here might calm her down, but she's really just... Ever since she married that rich guy, she just seems to be so full of it. Like, you hear things like that.
She's the mom from the parent.
You can
God damn
swear that you hear a door close far off.
Mm-hmm.
You hear some other idle chatter. Nothing that seems too juicy at the moment. Nothing that really seems to pique your interest, especially in relation to your work. You don't seem to hear anything that raises any red flags.
Cool.
Is the teenager still there?
He has
Are you gonna go
to
flirt
bed.
with him? Please don't.
No, I am
there.
a taken woman.
Mora's got a
That's
lady
still-
back at home.
He's still
Yeah.
there. Sorry, he's not still there. His mother is, but she, at a particular point, had been like, "You're going to bed," kind of thing. Like, this little dwarf is his adopted mother, so they're the Thatchers together. But she has sent him off to bed, and even though he complained about it, you could definitely see the look of like.
Thank God.
There's like people that definitely said like, "I'm gonna play the Xbox tonight," like that kind of thing.
Oh, I love it.
That's, can I go up to
This nerd
to
don't
his
have a
mom, like the
Switch.
dwarf lady?
Yes.
This. Hey, that the kid at the front. That's your kid, right?
Yeah.
Does he? Bless his heart. He's so stressed. Does he have money?
Hey, he gets paid to do his job, you know. And she's gonna like gently scoot you away just so that, you know, the rest of her coworkers aren't needing to be bothered by the conversation. Just, yeah, he gets paid to
Don't
do
lick
his
my
job. He
dice.
goes there
That's
here.
weird.
You know, Mr. Jacques, he is just so nice. You know, he lets all of us stay here.
Yeah, that's
You know,
he
he gives
seems
us housing. You know, it's great. He's stressed. He's not really a people person. You know, we've been working slowly, like baby steps. You know,
that's well.
just getting
You
in
can
there.
tell he's trying so hard,
Oh yeah, he
and
tries
like.
his best. You know,
Are
he
you gonna
tries his
cry?
best.
Are you cry drunk?
I'm gonna
Just gotta
pull
spell
out
it out.
Like
5
Maura's first
gold.
question
Oh my
is, does he
God.
have
Oh.
money?
I'm gonna pull out 5 gold and give it to her, and like just put it like hold her hand while I put it in there. It'd be like, "Does get him something nice? Give you something nice. You work too hard. He's
Honey,
he.
how much?
Delphi's
how much
gonna
of that carnival
start to
hooch
come
do you have, honey?
over.
Your hands are so sweaty.
Oh, Maura,
It's delicious. Also,
how you doing? Are you making
Yeah.
friends?
this
And I come
I was
over.
just telling her that she has raised a lovely son.
Oh yes, he was very helpful to us earlier. Maura's just been so appreciative. He's a hard-looking boy. You should be proud.
Yeah, if
I
he
am
ever needs
so
anything,
proud.
I'm sorry. What?
I was just saying, I am so proud of him. He tries. He tries his best.
Yeah,
You know,
he
like
did his
yeah,
best.
no, like yeah, he's not like perfect in every way, but that's okay. Anybody who's perfect, it's a body in the
trust
closet.
him.
I'm just saying it right now. If they perfect, they got a body somewhere.
That's
Talia looks around like,
Maura, we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
I got so many of them.
Oh no.
Oh, Maura, you're so funny. Isn't she so funny? I love my cousin, and I'm wheeling you back around.
Funny?
Maura, we do not talk about the bodies in the closet.
Thanks for the coins. I'll make sure he gets them.
And
He's
some
gonna get
of
them while
that's for you. Get your hair done or something.
Let your
it
hair
looks
down.
great, though.
Come on, Maura.
Yeah.
You gotta go check on Esther. Make sure she doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's
Come
like
on.
Fight Club. We don't talk about
No,
that shit.
yeah, we don't
Yeah.
talk about the bodies in the closets.
Yeah.
Or we just say it like it's a joke. So you gotta laugh
Yeah.
afterwards.
Did I not
You
laugh?
say skeletons, it turns out better usually.
That's
We'll
what I
look on our
meant. to-
phrasing. Or a phrasing of things. And
Mhm.
I'm working on it too. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly. You got a lot less bodies in the closet than I do. Damn. I'm running out of
Not
space.
yet.
That's I'll kind of just like look at look at the floor and realize that I'm like it's probably not actually moving and be like I think I need to go to bed.
I'm gonna give you a little lesser restoration.
Oh,
I'm gonna like put my hands on your cheeks and I'm gonna say, why don't you go to sleep? This will help the headache in the morning.
I'm not gonna have a headache.
Not anymore.
Oh, thank you. You're
You're
so.
wel-
I love you.
I love you.
You're
And I
so
boop your nose
sweet.
again. You go make sure that everything is nice and warm in our suite.
I'll make sure no one's fucking with our shit. Yeah.
Make sure no one's fucking with the shit. I'm gonna go check in with everybody else.
As you say that, you hear the tiny fairy sitting up on the rafters because it's like a domed ceiling with those.
The fairy's fucking with our shit.
No, you hear a couple. There's only a few of the clones left in the original one going, "Fuck it with your shit. Fuck it with your shit."
No. With they're like the recorder toys that you put next to each other, and they just start going back and forth until it's static.
I will make my way up the stairs as best I can and get in the room and survey as best I can to make sure there is no one fucking with our shit.
State, you can't see a single thing that seems off. You know, it's pretty common.
I think I probably go up to the bed and punch it once, just be like, "Oh, yeah, there's nobody in there," and that's my check. So I'll get in bed and I want to pull out the letter that Scarlet left me.
Yeah, it's in your drunken state. You're reading it, and nothing. There's no red flags. It's literally just a letter, just saying like, "My beloved." Just sounds so weird to call you that. Not that I don't love you, it's just you know how we are, but I know we were gonna go together and have like a great weekend away, and then now Rosie's sick. You know, we'll have a great holiday when you come back. We'll have a good time. I've gotten you a great present. But I think you'll like it because of the things that you're into. Maybe I bought you a giant bottle of vodka, just so you know. I'm gonna spill it now, but I thought I bought you. So, but regardless, darling, I will
Okay.
be waiting for you here when you come home. I do miss you, and even though we don't always show our love most normal of ways, I do love you. And remember, if anybody messes with any of you, just give them a good punch for me. And there's like there's a clear red, there's like a clear like a fur red lipstick like kiss in the bottom of it.
Aww.
Oh, my lady. That's I'll tuck it under my pillow and be like, she's a nice lady. Or like just go to sleep thinking about my pretty lady.
Does anybody else have anything they would like to do before the night closes?
Delphi just makes her way back to the table, lets y'all know that Maura's getting some rest and was lesser restorationed in hopes of preventing a hangover.
Our Leo just gifted subs. Thank you. Continue.
I'm being
You're
so
also rated.
responsible. Yeah, we also got rated. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
My readers!
Oh my god, yeah, we got rated. Okay, everybody
Yeah.
hold on for like 15, 20 minutes because we're wrapping up. If you just popped in, we're doing a dice giveaway and a minute.
Yeah.
So if you're viewing at the end, you're on the
Yeah.
list. You might be getting something. So
We'll be
hold on.
randomly selecting from our watch list after we wrap up the session.
Yes.
So if
We're
you want to
getting very
hang out,
close.
we're
getting very
almost done
close.
for the night.
So we're getting very close. So if you want to start at our giveaway, just stick around for a little longer. But anyway, Delphi, continue.
Delphi just kind of like takes a breath and goes, I'm being so responsible tonight. I'm so proud of myself. And she's just gonna scoot herself next to Croustillant. Is that how you actually say it?
Croustillant.
Croustillant.
Crucible.
I'm gonna figure that out and not say croissant. But she scoots over to him and just very quietly to him goes, listen, I do want to apologize for my behavior at the beginning of the night and my milk comment. I'm not sure if that offense, it was originally intent to hurt, and I want to apologize. I just want to start our vacation on a good note. And with us being from the same city, I want to keep things copacetic between the two of us, as I am learning a lot from a certain member of the family who is hoping to allow me to step into her position one day. And I hope that, we do have some good friends within the press, and I hope that you can be one of them.
Yes, I understand. And I take no offense to the milk comment. I am a critic after all. I have had chefs say far worse than what you have said. And I appreciate having a familiar, native here in this lodge. So I hope that our time shall be copacetic, and perhaps if we get along, I speak to the chef and we get meals for everyone.
Well, that just sounds wonderful. I'm going to put my hand on your cookie shoulder, and I'm just going to say, may Ozilus smile down upon you in his eternal slumber, lest we all cease to exist upon his awakening. Have a wonderful night.
You see Croustillant
Such
just
an
nods his head.
ominous goodbye.
Croustillant nods his head and he goes, good night.
And with you.
Yeah,
Auntie
bonsoir to you two.
Yeah.
I'm going to head upstairs, check on Maura, and get some beauty rest. It was so nice to meet you, Dahlia. I hope we can spend some time over the next few days together.
I've already taken the liberty of arranging a lovely tea for tomorrow afternoon.
Wonderful.
So we'll have the little sandwiches and it'll be fantastic. And Croustillant, I would like to formally invite you as well, because you seem like a person, someone who enjoys the finer things in life.
Invitation. I am not shy of finer things. Partake.
Wonderful.
Perfect. Well, good night, everyone. Sweet dreams, as Ozzy does. And I head off.
I will also be getting the beauty sleep. Takes a lot to maintain this, and she like gestures at her beautiful complexion that is just like crisped with gold highlights.
Yes. Oh.
You're one of those people that does like the unconventional like colors of blush and stuff, and just
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the goldenrod blush, and you make it work somehow.
Just under the eyes to make them a little brighter. You know.
As Croustillant is getting up, is Chef Thatcher still out and about?
Yeah, she's still there. She's
After
usually
it just
one of the
bothered
last,
her.
she's usually one of the last to ever leave the dining hall.
Could, in the process of like people leaving the dining hall, I wanted to make this earlier. Could I make either some type of investigation or perception check to try to overhear if people were talking about Jacques?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
If you are actively trying to hear, then we will do an investigation check.
Okay.
Just because
They
you're
better not be
actively,
talking
or
shit.
you know what? I do this all the time. You can choose because if you have a better stat and one, I don't care. You can
Okay.
choose if you want perception or.
I'll investigate. How does a 26 sound?
That will do. You are able to hear well. You have honed in your ability, and usually being on your own, you have honed in the ability to just listen to other people and to hear things that you specifically want to hear out of the conversation instead of the full conversation. And you can definitely hear a few returning guests talking about how much they always enjoy the lodge, and that this year, Jacques particularly, he seems a little bit more tired than normal. He looks, he's got a few more wrinkles than normal, even though he's a wrinkly lad to begin with. He seems a little more tired, but that he's still doing his best, and that all of his staff still seems to be as happy as ever working for him, even due to the stresses of some of the attendants every now and then. What you also hear is from the employees themselves. Like, you can hear the little fairies over talking every now and then, saying things like,
Oh man, this is gonna be a great prank. Oh yeah,
but then others going like,
we really shouldn't prank Jock because like he pays us, but also like if we're gonna prank somebody, let it be the kid, because like Jock's so nice.
like basically all that you're hearing are things like that he's a very generous person for housing the lodge. Like, yes, it's a business, but like he treats all of his employees like family. But then you also hear that little tidbit that he seems like something's weighing on him this year. He seems more tired than normal.
Wonderful. I make my way over to Chef Thatcher, and I say, Hello. I greatly appreciate the meal that you have provided. I look forward to seeing what an emblematic breakfast looks for you.
gonna be a good one. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna surprise that. Like, it's a good surprise. But I will see you bright and early in the morning, and if there's ever anything that is not present that you really want, I will make it for you. You just gotta give me more than an hour. And she's gonna like pat on your thigh, kind of like a mom would, very much just like the silly, like that kind of thing.
I am here.
You were just playing Adam's mom. Just so you know.
Well, I am here for the week, so I look forward to seeing what your best is. My commentary or my judgments shall partake one side apart.
I will do my absolute best for you and for everybody else. I don't intend to serve nasty things because, who wants a nasty breakfast or a nasty dinner? That just ruins the entire day.
Of course. I bid you adieu.
She's got just because of the conversation earlier, you watch her like bow and go, do.
She's trying.
Love her.
Queen.
I turn away from her so she does not see me smile when she says that. And I begin to walk away, and I get to a place where I'm far away from everybody else, and I'm just by myself. And I just, for a moment, say, this was not good. This was not good. The taste, it is, as I know, it should be good. It not.
This poor boy.
And you see for a moment, as I'm pondering this, I'm staring at, because I have not taken my mittens off the entire time I've been here, and I just keep staring at my hand, and I look at it and I go, I must give it a better try. I mustn't. Try breakfast. Breakfast before. That would be good. That would be good.
Breakfast is always good, man.
Breakfast is the best meal.
And I head out for the night.
Especially not at breakfast time.
Yeah.
Is there
It's
anything
special.
you would like to do before we go into our round of dreams to end the night?
No. That statement worries me so much.
You eventually make your way up to bed as well. You find, I would assume, probably our two tieflings with Maura's hand over Delphi's face as they sleep, as they do.
Yeah, just
Just
sleep
so you
better
know,
like
when
this.
Delphi got to the room, Maura, like, who is normally, like, you guys remember she'd be in the chair and just, like, staunch. She is draped. She is fully just starfishing. in the
Girl.
bed.
and
There.
I just curled myself in and placed her hand
Right.
here.
Well,
Oh,
then,
you have a hand.
everybody finds themselves retiring for the night. Snow's still falling. Perfect, pristine winter wonderland outside. Everybody give me a wisdom check.
Oh no. Why
Check
wisdom?
or saving throw?
You can do a saving throw. Go ahead.
I say that
Gonna
as
do
if
it for
that's
the
better,
first-
but
We're gonna do it for the first round, for the first night. Go ahead and give it to me at disadvantage as you are not prepared.
Ooh.
Are you guys...
Knuckles.
Delphi would get the
Okay.
+5, though.
Delphi would,
Ah.
technically
she's
you each
next
have
to
your
me.
own room, so I
Yes.
will let Esther decide if she is any closer.
Are you
So
within 10
technically-
feet?
10 feet? Are you guys out on the couch? And like
No,
the
we're-
chair?
We're in the bed by the window.
Ah, well then how far away is the other bed?
So I guess maybe earlier
she
I didn't.
sleeps by herself.
The thought with you guys was that because there's three of you and
Cuddle
given where
puddle.
you come from, you have a full suite, which means you each technically have a room. So there's 3 different bedrooms and a tiny communal area in the middle.
Then
Yeah,
yeah, I would have been in
Delphi's-
another room.
Sharing with Maura.
Because it's like, if we didn't plan to sleep in the same bed, I wouldn't have taken the window bed because I know they like
Yeah.
my brain would have been. I wasn't drunk, but I'd be like, that's for
That's
her.
Delphi's bed.
That's-
Yeah. We're
Okay.
just having a
That's
little
right.
sleepover.
All right then.
Oh, you said disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
6.
Well,
But
It's-
how'd everybody do?
17.
Ooh.
Bad.
13, but I rolled a 3. Like, but I
Oh.
get a +10.
What? Plus 10
Wow.
to
Holy
wisdom?
moly!
Yeah, well, if you're within 10 feet of me for like,
Oh,
saving
wait,
throws,
yeah,
it
you get
includes
the extra.
myself, you get
I was
an
about to
extra 5,
lose my
so-
mind.
Dude, my
That's how
charisma
I got
saving
a
throws.
We went up 2 levels. Where did that come from?
My charisma saving throws are +14.
Wow.
Like, I almost
God.
Paladins. Esther, how'd you
Paladins.
do?
That's why I love paladins.
A more modest 11.
All right. And Croustillant?
A 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah, Crucible, my
Before,
boy.
going
Let's
in
go, croissant.
for into our very last little bit of the evening. The last game, it was pertinent to the monster. In this particular game, it is not, but we all had fun. Whenever they were going to sleep, would have them roll a saving throw to see how their dreams affected them for the night, if they slept well or if they were plagued with bad dreams. And that was a fun thing that we all had a good time with. So, for this, I have decided to continue that, even though it is not related to our spooky, incognito monster, shall we say. We're going to still do it. So, I'm going to start Dahlia with a 6. You find yourself sleeping. It begins like most nights. It's very peaceful, very quiet, till suddenly it shifts. You see the railroad. You see the typical stretch in which you find yourself going through from your hometown. Something's not right. Nobody's with you. It's silent. Everything's a little grayed, almost like you shouldn't be there.
Do not like.
Off in the distance, you can hear a faint humming, but you can't place where it comes from. It's not until you begin to see golden light signifying you, but also your railroad. It's been the only light source, really, but you see it begin to fade a little bit around you. You're not sure what's going on, and as you begin to panic, you jolt awake. Croustillant, with your wisdom save, it was a 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You find yourself, even from the start, not really sleeping fully well. You know, you've gone to sleep as you regularly would, but just it's plaguing you more tonight than it has other nights. Your urges, your needs. Not necessarily seeing things in your dreams, but you can swear that every time you wake up, every time you have a split second of consciousness, you can smell sweets, aromas, cinnamon. You could swear even one time that you could have sworn you saw crumbs. You have an okay night of sleep. You get what you need from it, but it's not restful in any sort of way. Healthy. You are in your usual place. You are with Ozilith. He is slumbering peacefully. He's having a wonderful night. In turn, you are having a wonderful night. You, for the first time in a while, seem to see that there is a little tea set up for you there, almost as if some subconscious thing, or potentially Ozzy himself, has set something up for you to have some comfort while you spend the night with him. It's very peaceful, and you sleep exceptionally well, especially with Maura's hand on your face. You just sleep so well.
Where I sleep best.
The best weighted blanket.
Maura.
Yeah.
Next is you. As you're sleeping, begin to hear the voice you are used to hearing of your own deity slipping through your mind. It's not giving you orders of who you need to take out. It's not giving you people you need to worry about. Instead, all you hear is, shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be. Why is she here? Why is she here? She shouldn't even be here in this realm. Why is she here? And suddenly the voice is drowning out. You can no longer hear your god. At one point you could even feel her claws on your back, but you can no longer feel those. It's almost like she's been torn away. You open your eyes. You know she's still there, but she cannot speak to you right now. I saw that look on your face. She's not gone from you.
I need my lay on hands.
She just can't reach. She just can't reach you in this moment in the dream. And as you open your eyes, it had been dark before as you could hear the voice, but now as you open your eyes, you're standing in the middle of water. Deep and dark, extending for ages in whichever direction you look at. It looks like it goes significantly deep, almost like the ocean, but you're standing in it almost as if it's shallow, only coming up to your knees.
I'm Jesus.
I am God. No.
Or
There's mist everywhere, foggy. You can't see very well, but you can tell this is a weird liminal space. You're not sure where you have ended up. You begin to hear a faint splashing. As you begin looking around, see anything until you look down, see an inky black face, large horns curling from the back, bright glowing eyes staring back at you. Just as you feel a hand wrapping around your ankle within the water. It's gone. Dreams are silent. And Esther, I've saved yours for last, given your
I'm so glad
abilities.
I got 13, because, like...
I've saved Esther's for last with given your
terrified what a one would've
abilities.
been.
With your abilities and your role, it's just some story elements, so you get a little hit here, so be prepared.
Yeah.
You begin your normal routine, doing all of your beautying, removing your makeup, getting your hair prepared for bed. You find yourself asleep on lovely silk sheets, linen pillowcases. It's divine, like a lovely down comforter is on top of it so that you're nice and warm. Feels a tad odd not to have Virgil nearby, particularly to wake you up in the morning with his ranting, but regardless, you find yourself falling to sleep. You find yourself having a very common dream in which you're sitting within your birdcage of water, seeing the same aboleth floating around you. Well, suddenly it's not there anymore. Still in your birdcage. You begin seeing flashes. Things that seem familiar but don't. Almost like a videotape that's rewinding, going faster, faster, skipping bits. You see snow. Hear complaining. How could that server do this? My dress is ruined. You see a flash of red. See more snow. You see heels being carried in a hand. Hear crunching. Fast forwards more. See running. All you can see is feet running. You can't even see the face. You just see the feet, the bare feet running through the snow. Jolts again. Suddenly your vision. Red. 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 And only red. It takes you a moment to realize that is no longer her dress, but her blood. You see a large rock. The gateway shining behind it. Suddenly you're back. You're in your birdcage. Aboleth happily swimming around you. That's where we're gonna end for this week.
We gotta replay that later for clues.
That's so creepy.
So, you guys talk about whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and do our giveaway.
Here's this weird ocean.
This is our fluorite set. This is our green fluorites that a lucky winner will be getting.
Oh, pretty.
With a matching mimic. It does open. And it has quite a lot of space. You can see if I put the 20 in here. You could hold a lot of dice in here. Oh, Vexy, do you want to see it? Wow.
And
Bless
if y'all,
the dice already, so
if you guys
here we
are
go.
watching and you haven't joined our Discord yet, I believe the link was just posted in the chat, but that's also going to be the best way to get in touch with us if you do win the giveaway. So go ahead and join. We have a very active community there. We talk about all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I am essentially just closing my eyes, scrolling my finger, and eventually I am going to stop it on one. To talk about whatever you want. You can give me a drum roll. It really does not matter.
So there was this Velcro fish.
Of course.
Wait,
Velcro
hold on. A Velcro? So is the fish made of Velcro?
No, so this little kid, it was like a plastic fish, like, those like plastic foods for like the little kitchen sets little kids have?
Yeah.
And so the body was one piece and the head was another, and there's a little Velcro piece, so like you could take it apart.
Oh.
And he would play the Le Poisson song from The Little Mermaid over and over again, and just continuously chop the head off the fish.
Who did this? What?
This little boy I used to babysit. It was like his favorite song, and so I'd be like, "I chop off your head."
I have
It's just such a fun little jaunt.
I have a winner.
Who's gonna be?
Who wins?
Is it me?
Is dun dun Lippy Vox.
Lippy Vox!
Lippy Vox!
Okay.
If
Clippy
you're here,
Vox
sound
just
off in the chat.
said that the mimic is super cool. So I have a feeling that this is very exciting news for
Clippy
Clippy
Vox.
Vox.
Yeah, congratulations, Clippy!
You are in the
Yay!
Discord. You can go ahead and shoot me a message. If not, let me go ahead and put, if I can do the Discord link
Hey, way to go, Clippy! Now
there you
you've
go,
won
Clippy.
something.
You won
That's
it.
how you do it. Okay, you can join the Discord
Eventually it
server. You
happened.
can find me and send me a message so that I can get your address. If that does not work, if you do not have Discord, you can see my screen name underneath, which is Cheesecake Panda. You can send me a message also on Instagram that way, or I also have an email if you want to send me like, if you feel like just sending me a message on Instagram to say like, hey, can I get the email kind of deal. We will figure out a way to get your address so that I may send you a lovely boy.
And it is
Yes,
Ty
yes.
made that.
Lovely,
Yeah.
yucky, beautiful
Yeah, that is
boy.
handmade, hand painted,
That is not boughten.
made with
Can't-
love.
That's some
Handmade.
Etsy ass shit.
Can't see it well, but it actually does have multi-chrome paint inside of it. So
It's all gross
very
inside the
pretty.
mouth, and I love it.
Very
Oh.
pretty in person.
I love
so
a
yes.
yucky.
So yes, find a way to reach out to me. I am on the Discord and I'm on a multitude of socials. And obviously, if you're in the Discord and still can't find me, you could just @ Cheesecake Panda and I will find you. We'll figure it out. We will get you our box.
Yes.
So, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yay!
It was a
Woo!
fun time. It was a
I'm
little
so glad to be
a
back.
little less involved than we did the
Yes.
last start because I didn't want to just immediately throw you guys into a fight. I wanted to let you guys know each other. But we will be
And
back.
boy, do we know
tomorrow
each
night.
other
Oh,
now.
boy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will be back tomorrow night with some more Search for the Spellforge. We got more D&D next week. Join us on Tuesday because we are doing a return to Theros. We've been off for a few weeks,
Yay.
but we are returning to
Gosh.
Theros Tuesday night.
So
And
excited.
Wednesday we
So
have
good to come
session
back.
2
So
of this
excited.
fun thing,
Yeah.
which will definitely have more spooks involved as our party begins to figure things out.
Ooh, spooks.
Cannot
so
wait.
excited.
Excited.
Don't forget, worship Ozolith. Keep everything in the balance so we do not wake him
Yeah,
and
don't
cease to
forget.
exist.
I don't.
And don't
I
forget,
didn't know if the
Bexy
chat.
Bexy says good night, and she's also blessed the dice for you very well. And by
Thank you,
that I mean off
Bexy.
stream, she touched every single. She's gonna do it again.
Then she
Gonna
put her
touch
butt
like
in it.
every single one.
You
Yeah.
didn't put her butt in it.
We still got a
Yeah.
sub goal. The last
Yes,
final
true.
stretch of the days. Rob's gonna be reading the Christmas Carol. We're very close. I think we're only 16 away, if I'm reading the number correctly. So tune in.
Yes.
Drop a follow. Tune in tomorrow. Drop more follows. And stay
Yeah.
tuned. Rob's gonna
Yeah,
do
yeah,
a
yeah.
hell of a job.
If you
Hell
missed
yeah.
this giveaway and still want a shot at another one, I decided I was doing one for a stream I was running and one on my Instagram. So shortly, another giveaway is going to go up with a different set of dice on my Instagram if you want a second chance. So,
Hell yeah.
I mean, this one, though, is my favorite of the two mimics because I like green. So.
I just went
Oh, I
ahead
like
and
it.
linked our Misty Mountain Gaming website. That is where you can get all kinds of great dice and gaming accessories. All of us have discount codes as well. So if you go to our section on the website that says Meet Our Adventurers, you can get our codes there, get a discount, get some little treats for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, then I'll sign off with our usual, not quite in the Rob way because I don't honestly remember what he says usually, but if you haven't heard it this week, we all love you. If you're having
We love
If you're
you.
doing any holiday things, I hope you're having a wonderful time no matter what holiday you are
Merry
You are,
Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
celebrating-
Joyous Kwanzaa.
Happy
you are not
holidays.
celebrating.
Yeah, blessed Yule.
Yeah, if you are not
And Happy New
celebrating,
Year in a
I
couple
hope you're still
days.
having a great time. Yeah. So,
Have a great night, you
Yay.
guys.
Have a good
Wherever
night.
you are, stay safe with the
Sleep
weather and
well.
everything. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.
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 Ba, 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 ba.
Ba, 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 ba.